Thank you very much, and welcome back. P Plays is the winner. First raffle.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
44 Moth coming in with the resub, man. For the not so first time in your feeble curse life, 44 Moth, you have rediscovered the secret circle of Esquilluminati. Reusing the power of dank memes, 6 streams, and edginess, I grant you your emotes in your Hood of Edge once again. If you guys don't follow 44 Moth, by the way, a pretty good friend. I've known him for a long, long time. He is amazingly good at yo-yo tricks, and he sometimes does yo-yo tricks on his stream. He has competed and stuff for that kind of stuff. He's invented his own tricks. He's ridiculous, and he's also pretty damn good at Souls games. He does play some variety. Very entertaining. You don't follow Moth, honestly, I feel kind of bad for you. Like, I'm not even saying you have to, but if you choose not to, I kind of feel bad. You're missing out on a lot of good stuff. Really, really good dude, so check him out. Also follow the Wality. She likes to partake in dank memes while having bunnies on her shoulder, like killing Midir, and Frida SL1 while a rabbit chills on her shoulder and stuff. And she's really nice, and sounds like she could be in like a children's movie or something like that, or a Disney movie. And has pretty cool emotes, and is awesome for being here right now and resubbing to me for 3 months. And a lot better than this wolf right now. It's trying to eat me. So what's to lose? Like, you know, follow both of them. Follow everybody that gets a shout out here. They're all really cool. Everyone that is a part of the stream that's a caster is well worth it if they get a shout out, definitely. Is it just the edginess of the streamers, or is there a reason why most of the runs are played with a female character? I have a lot of different characters, man. We usually use one that has a face that kind of looks like Pepe, and he's got shades. I've used that one the most for majority of the runs. I wanted to pick something different this time, dude. But all those presets that I got right there, I would say the one with shades I use the most, and then all the other ones are just whenever I feel like not using that guy, pretty much. And then if I'm really lazy, if I've reset a bunch of times and I just don't feel like making a character, or going to the efforts of going through more menus, I will use the average character. Nothing wrong with using just the average dude it gives you. That's pretty efficient, pretty easy. But yeah, there is a lot of speedrunners that use female characters. I know about that. And actually in DS3, there's actually something to do with a certain skip that makes it easier, I'm pretty sure. I think on Teardrop, it's easier to do the skip with a female. And there's also a thing about Farron skip, I think, with the way their feet are shaped, that's easier to set up with a reference. DS1, I think they're worse because you can't dupe. So on DS1 speedruns, you'll always use a dude because you can't dupe with the females as easily. And then DS2, I don't know. I mean, like, there are certain advantages, though, with gameplay for certain games, depending on what you're doing. For this, it's literally just if I feel like not picking the Pepe guy or any other character. This character's name is called Cut My Life into Pizza, and it's got an emo slice. It's basically a Papa Roach meme. That's what it is. So hopefully, we don't get wrecked. That would be very bad. But the way this is going to work, so if you've never seen this run before, ultimately, at the end of the day, we're trying to get 0 hits on the entire game, but we're not really there yet. So what I've been doing since we've added the DLC to the run now, I'm doing a no reset run if we make it to Shadows. So if we get to the Shadows split and I get hit, I'm going to continue, and we're going to try to get less than 11. Just to kind of work our way down and get better practice without having to reset so much. And then once we get closer to 0, we will always reset if we get hit. But yeah, we just added the DLC to the run recently, and now it's kind of like a new run again. So gotta play it kind of smart. Ready for the daily dose of edge? Sounds good, man. Me too, man. When are things gonna start getting edgy in here? Seriously, like, everything's so like mainstream right now. I don't feel one single drop of underground in here. Come on, can someone say something that's just like controversial? Can we do something that's just like super hipster right now? Cut my waifu into pizzas, yeah, pretty much. This is my plastic fork. Suffocation, no PBing. Got a world record, but now my knees are bleeding. Is Papa Roach some sort of Canadian celebrity? They're a band, alternative band from early 2000s, I believe. They've actually made some music recently that's not terrible, but there's one particular song that's super edgy. And if someone says cut your life into anything, they're probably referring to that song. That's most likely the reference. Adamantine, what's going on? Oreos aren't that good. Dark Souls sucks, Mythic. DJ PJ, what's going on? White Power. Damn, dude. Hitler did nothing wrong. Okay, we don't need to get that edgy. That's not like a good kind of edgy. I mean like something like, yo, like, I stayed up past 10 p.m. last night, watched a PG-13 movie, and didn't tie my shoes all day. You know, something like that. Like that's underground shit right there. You're practically getting booked by the fucking hall monitor and at school, man. You might get written up at school, dude. That's pretty edgy. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, we don't want any kind of like hateful things, right? You don't have to hate things to be edgy. Except for anything that's super mainstream, pretty much. So. Like the radio, regular conventions and outings like sports events and you know, like holidays, stuff like that. You gotta wear black wristbands all the time and seem like you're pissed off. You know, that's basically what I'm talking about. Just be super like alt underground edgy hipster. You know, don't even like, I know fidget spinners are pretty cool these days. Don't even get a fidget spinner because it's like that's what they'd expect you to do. Just don't do it. That's obvious. Like, that's what everyone's gonna do. Be the dude that stops liking fidget spinners before someone else stops liking them.
What's that smell?
Pantu Maka, what's going on? How are you?
Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to
Tennis is homosexual. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are into tennis or that play tennis at a high level that would be pretty triggered by that, man. That doesn't even make sense. How can a physical activity have a sexuality? And I probably shouldn't even entertain the idea because it's such a stupid thing to say. And you're probably joking, but like, that's like, that doesn't even make sense. That makes less sense than me saying that I'm going to kill Gascoigne in a single hit right now, and then I'll be at the end of the game magically with the credits and the split counter will be 0 and everything will be defeated. And everyone will remember me no-hitting the entire game even though I cheated and I skipped and I'm a time traveler, right? Jabba, you use katanas in DS3, is that edgy enough? That's pretty edgy. As long as you only running R1 and you wear a hood on every single character. Alright, that kind of sucks. We had to waste 1 extra cocktail. We should have had 2 left at least right there. If I had gotten the 300 damage bonus, the double damage when he goes phase 2, or I guess technically it'll be phase 3, I would be able to kill him and still have 2 Molotovs at least. Like tennis, Roger Federer is Swiss. Invaded as Half-Light and only running R1 on your katana. That's pretty edgy. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. Oh, man. That's Gascoigne. Alright, GG. And the way this run works, like, there's a lot of things that can happen before we get to Shadows that are reasons for resetting. I kind of just don't want to take a hit before that point because I don't think we need to. But an example would be if I run out of items on Bloodstarved Beast and she's still alive, or I get poisoned on it, or for Amelia, if I don't get the setup to kill her properly on the first try and I have to go back, like, there's not really a way to do it after that, so there's a lot of things you have to do first try. Not to be super cool, but just because of the way the strats work. We're using a combination of speedrun strats and safety strats throughout the entire run, so we gotta Gotta kind of do well on the first try for a lot of bosses because the way that it's set up. And DZ, what's the storyline of this game? Is it all some nightmare? Pretty much, yeah. You're in like a dream, and then there's dreams inside the dream as well. It's really weird, but it is highly fictional, and you're trying to kill beasts. You have the blood of a beast that was transfused in the clinic that you wake up in, and then you are a hunter, and hunters have the blood of a beast, and they kill beasts. They kill evil things. They kill kin and stuff like that too. There's a lot of aliens and such, or I guess calling them aliens would be an insult to people that are super into the lore, but it's like they're creatures from like celestial places and stuff like that. I don't know. Saber Lily, guys, is liking Pepsi over Coke edgy enough? Pretty much, yeah. I actually personally, this isn't even something to say that I'm saying just because I think it's cool, but to be honest, I think Pepsi actually tastes better than Coke. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I might get assaulted now, but I've always thought that. It's my opinion. I don't know. Like, is it really edgy? It's a very good question. Marie, what's going on? Start of a full run, yes. Yeah, we did some good practice. We finally got the no hit on the DLC by itself, so gonna see if we can pull off some good things on this full run. Like, deep down, I know for certain that there's always going to be some sort of meme lurking about where anything can happen, and it's like, damn, but I know on the surface that I'm going to do better than yesterday. I'm going to put in a better effort. And I think one of the biggest reasons why we had a really good start and then we kind of didn't do that well towards the end yesterday, it was just because I had done so much practice on the DLC, I kind of wore myself out on that.
Take this.
Pepsi tastes like chemicals. Well, it probably should, man. I think there is quite a bit of chemicals in... You son of a bitch. Unfollow. Wait, no. Peasky, stop. No. Juggernaut, blasphemy. I mean, I said I like Pepsi more than Diet Coke. I didn't say regular Coke. Can I have a redo on that? Like, will everyone come back and follow, donate, subscribe to my MySpace, and follow my my Insta Snap or something like that? Our tribal Pepsi versus Coke fight is on. That's a whole other kind of level that we're gonna get to if we go to that place. We've never gone to that place before in chat. I've never done a Coke versus Pepsi in chat. It's a whole new level, man. We've done like, I don't know. What have we done? We've done like DS2 versus like other Souls games. We've had we were talking about like soy milk versus almond milk earlier. We were doing Pepsi versus Coke. Pretty crazy, man. Blazer, what's going on, by the way? How are you? Pantumaka with the prime sub. For the first time in your feeble cursed life, Pantumaka, you have discovered the secret circle of the Squilluminati in the midst of a war of Pepsi versus Coke. Using the power of dank memes, 6 streams, and Edginess to protect you from the potential SJWs in chat. I grant you your emotes and your hood of edge, sir. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Everyone give Pantumaka some sub hype. And I'll try my best to survive on this place. I know it's probably going to be happening at some point, but like I haven't had a failed roll recovery on that lately. And that feels pretty good. In a blind taste test, Pepsi always does better than Coke, even in tests conducted by Coca-Cola, really. That's interesting. I would imagine it's pretty even, but like, it's like the same thing. Like they're both the same thing. They just taste a little bit different. That's it. Iron Brew all day long. I have a moderator that's from Scotland, and he was telling me even from like the beginning of when I started streaming that I need to try Iron Brew. He's told me for like years at this point. And if I can find it somewhere, I'm sure there's places around here that have like imported stuff and they sell it, but I've wanted to try it for a while. And I still don't understand what it tastes like. But I've seen commercials, and the commercials are hilarious. It probably has one of the funniest commercials of any beverage that I've seen. Like stuff that they probably wouldn't even put on TV networks here. But yeah, man. I've Heard good things about Iron Brew. V Saucy, welcome back. What's up? Hating on that Pepsi? Get banned. Why is that guy doing some weird stuff? That was like a Tokyo Drift werewolf into the corner right there. He was walking sideways into me. I don't think I've ever seen him get to the corner and then approach sideways before. Like, that's kind of lucky, actually. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have gotten hit, or I would have had a chance of getting attacked. I used to drink RC Cola when you were a kid. It has the most sugar and the most caffeine. I know what RC is. I've seen that before. Banana milk is a thing. I think banana milk would taste pretty good. I remember I dated this girl, and she drank strawberry milk so often, and it was really cringy, and I remember I had never tried it, and she made me try it. And it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever had that has milk in it. And I couldn't understand how a human being would think that milk that's flavored like strawberry would taste good. And it was revolting. It made a little piece inside of me just die. Like, I lost a part of my soul, like, when I drank that stuff. So if you like strawberry milk, I think you worship evil. Di Carly, what's going on? How are the runs? They're going pretty good. This is the first one. We did some really, really good practice. Iron Brew is available on Amazon, really. Diago, welcome back. Will change your world, dude. The Iron Brew, will it really change the world? Fanta Fruit Twist. Stimulation for the brain, Raggedy Squirrel. Drink something called Canada Dry because that's what your grandparents buy. Canada Dry is ginger ale, right? Yeah, I've tried raspberry Canada Dry. That's really good. Pretty damn good. Famous Ghost in Shell was pretty bad. Oh, did you just go and watch it? Strawberry milk is great. Why up? You are banned forever. It's the way it is, man. It's the way it is. I'm sorry. The memories, you don't think they sell stuff. Strawberry milk is diabolical. Raygasm? How can you not like strawberry milk? I don't know, dude. I like strawberry flavored stuff. I like strawberries. I like milk, but like dude, put that stuff together. Like, you're gonna grow a third arm, I guarantee you. If you don't already have one, you know, you're gonna grow a third arm. Honey Nut Cheerio milk. That piece of your soul she has could be worth money someday. Maybe. Maybe, man. Maybe we could sell it on eBay. World's first no-hit run All Souls content soul fragment. An actual human. An original packaging. Offer starting at $1 billion. I can see that. It'll totally be a hit. Like, honestly, I can't see how it wouldn't be. I haven't had a meme BSB in a while either. I like how it's starting back up again today. It's like, okay, we're gonna start memeing you now. Got off the hook yesterday. It's because the frequency of how often I see BSB has declined greatly compared to how many runs we were doing in resets that we were going through. Now it's like one full run, no resets. Get limited hits and stuff. Brandon, welcome back. How's it going, dude? I've ever had homegrown strawberries. Probably not. I've bought them from like the grocery store. I think I might have picked strawberries at one point and eaten them. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know though. Like, I haven't grown them myself. I think I'd probably do it the wrong way or something like that. Fanta strawberry. Remember, in school, we had a machine that had Fanta, and it was like, everyone was like, yeah, man, this is like the best ever. And like, I remember trying the blue Fanta for the first time. I'm like, dude, that's not even a flavor. That's just like death. Like, I think the tangerine one was good, but the blue one was not real. That was fake. That was like, they took like a Smurf and they just liquefied it. They put a lot of sugar in the can, and they're just like, here, do you want diabetes? Like, that's basically what it was. Sensei, yeah, we had it for a little bit today. I think it's over now, but anyone that did stop by from main page that enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the practice, I appreciate it. I know it wasn't necessarily like the most interesting thing because it was only a portion of the run, but at least we got some good practice. And I probably should pull a sellout on you guys and say, if you have liked the stream so far and you have a Twitter, you want to come back when we start next time, or you just want to know when we're live and stuff like that, because my schedule is not always the same. It is a little bit like hit and miss. Definitely follow up the Twitter. There's a command for it. One of the mods wants to put it in chat. If you don't have one, it doesn't matter, but there's a lot of people that use one that stream, and it's pretty useful to keep up with like times, because the follow alerts usually don't work that well. I've had people tell me recently, and even way back in the day, it's been a thing where it's like the next day they get an alert that I'm live, but it's like from the day before, or 12 hours later or something like that. That's my one only sellout moment of the day. Also, if you want a tier 3 sub for $24.99 right now, that's also a good idea too. But wait, what? Huh? You guys hear that? I think I heard someone saying $24.99 subs. What the hell? I'm not paying that much for a sandwich. Fuck that. Anyways, that's yeah, $24.99 sub. Tier 3 sub. Let's do it. Yeah, I want people to feel like they have freedom to, you know, do what they want. You know, it's not for everybody. You don't have to follow on Twitter. Right? Hear what? I didn't hear anything. But yeah, it does help. It's there for basically for the people that want to know the schedule. It's the main purpose. And you might see other updates and information and memes. Also, if anyone has dropped a brand new sub today at all, check out the Discord if you use Discord, because I forget to mention that we have a Discord for that purpose, and there's information in there as well. And possibly other people. You might see wild people just like kind of stranded out there, and they might need your help. They might need you to save them from wildebeests and meme monsters and stuff like that. So you always need to be on the lookout to lend the helping hand and save the stranded people in Discord. Because I'm not there often enough to save them myself. It's scary. Kraut, I didn't get the lantern this time, man. It's not going to click in my head until like next year. I bet it's going to take like literally 300 plus days of running by that lantern. It would probably take that long to notice. Honestly. Like, I gotta have someone tell me, like, hit the lantern, hit the lantern, hit the lantern right before it happens, and then once I do it one time, I might not do it the next time, but I'll remember that I did it the one run, and it'll start kind of clicking. But my muscle memory is so strong for this run now with not hitting that lantern that it's so hard to remember. And now that we're past it, I can't go back. But yeah. Medizi, after you had barely beat the ones on the bridge, that werewolf scared the crap out of you first time. They're scary right now, and I've played this game enough, like, they're always frightening, man. But yeah, on my first playthrough, the 3 on the bridge before Cleric Beasts were harder than Cleric Beasts. I died more times to them, I think. For you, it's Big Red, Coke, and Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is lit. Dr. Pepper is the best. You and Hob got you into Dark Souls, and for that, I less than 3 you. Slaughterpig, thank you for the less than 3. I appreciate it. I less than 3 you as well. I like the way you put that as well. Have I said as well enough times? Are you convinced? I want to throw that out there as well. Oh, and as well, we gotta focus on this fight as well. Good Amelia, GG. So now we've pretty much made it to the point where we can do a no reset run from this point. Hopefully I can just make it to Shadows without a mistake. Shadows are a very, very, very hard fight. I've become a bit better at them maybe just by like a tiny, tiny fraction, but they're very easy to get hit by. They're super challenging, so I don't expect too much on that. If we can survive and not straight up die on them, that's good. Continue the run. After that, it's a little bit chill for a tiny bit, and then it gets back into being kind of sketchy at the end of any percent, just a little bit. And then we're pretty much out of the main game, the mandatory stuff, and we're on the optional stuff, which I did pretty damn good on yesterday. I did perfect on, except for one split I made 4 mistakes on. And that's easily avoidable. Also, dibs, if you're taking off, I will see you later. Have yourself a interestingly impressive and spontaneously successful day, as I try to not get hit by that guy with the walking stick. Fun fact saying as well as a sign of high intelligence as well, really. Furthermore, I would like to implore you that as well is quite an imbecile thing to say, because my very, very advanced and highly skillful vocabulary has no room for such simple words. Because you see, I talk so well that, well, as well, I might want to mention as well that as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Business, what's up? How's it going? Band Geek, welcome back. CF Rook, welcome back. Any fights you can't Hunter's Mark out of? There's a lot of fights where it's scary to Hunter's Mark out. You probably don't want to because it's a risk. I can think of some, but like I probably won't remember all of them off the top of my head right now unless I stop for a moment. Like, I know Orphan Phase 2 is very hard to Hunter's Mark out of. Very, very scary. Ludwig, you probably wouldn't want to. You probably wouldn't be able to. It would be, he would most likely hit you in the process. German in Phase 3 with the extended scythe is not really that safe to Hunter's Mark out of. Moon Presence is very difficult to Hunter's Mark out of. Celestial Emissaries would be pretty difficult to Hunter's Mark out of. Abridus would be pretty much like a no-go. You can't Hunter's Mark out of that because you need to do the fight with a certain setup. The list goes on, man. There's a lot of them where you can't. It really depends on if the fight requires you to do it perfectly first try, or whatever else, right? And then there's some where it's just like the fight's so aggressive that it's very unlikely. Shadows is pretty difficult on Phase 2 to Hunter's Mark out of if there's 3 of them. Even with 2, let me correct that. Even with 2, it's unlikely unless you know you know the best way to manipulate the situation, so the recoveries of their attacks or something with spacing or objects is in the perfect spot that you will not get hit for the full, like, whatever it is, 5 seconds or more. Whatever it is. And it seems like it's a quick amount of time, but it really isn't, and you don't really get iframes on it on the Hunter's Mark. On Hunter's Bones, or sorry, Homeward Bones from DS3, they go so fast that it doesn't really matter if you use them in really sketchy situations. You can be like maybe like 10 feet away from something that's running at you and you'll get away. It's way easier. But Hunter's Marks are really hard to use to escape. Arwid, welcome back. Is this the run? Am I right? I don't think so. Not a chance, man. Not a chance. That was clutch, actually, because I was a little bit slower on that part. I didn't actually mean to kill the 2 guys with 1 Molotov, but that was helpful. Just in case the dudes ahead or up top were throwing more of them. 200 IQ. Does anybody here actually know their IQ? And out of the people that know their IQ, is anyone over 140 percentile range? Or I think Genius is 135 to 140. Something around that. Is anybody here in Genius percentile with their IQ? And you know this and you've been officially tested. Amygdala, what's up? Don Boyega has 60 IQ, but people think you're being racist if you call him. Okay. Thank you for the fun facts. No confidence in the run, Coco? I mean, it could happen, but it would be very unlikely, though. Not as likely as once we put in more time. Guy was being tricky again. IQ is 2 out of 10, would not think again. Kraut. Took an online IQ test and it told you 140. That's not surprising. I mean, you are the creator of Z Kolb's W, the best emote ever, so. Honestly, you're 136. That's not bad. 134 quantum. 1134. You, you machine. This is some high IQs. I feel honored to be amongst people that are actually smart. Your IQ is dead because she rushed B site. Like a Counter-Strike meme or something. 140 is the limit between really smart and genius. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was something upwards of 135 or 140-ish. Yours is 145, Mythic? Dude, we just got a bunch of geniuses here. My god. I must actually be making decent content then, because you'd be smarter to... You'd know better if it was bad. So now I feel even better. I was thinking the entire time, like, these guys must have the IQ of rocks, because, like, what's so appealing? Apparently, I'm the one that's fooled. I have been fooled by myself. Could it be that this is actually okay? Not that bad. Not that bad at all. I've been tested range from 130 to 170. Ranging from 130 to 170? They didn't give you a specific rating for it. I think aren't IQ tests standardized in United States? I'm not too sure if they're required for everything, but I think that they're more standard. 127? 127's not bad, man. That's pretty smart. I mean, there's probably someone out there that is doing something somewhat important, maybe even more important than you, that probably has like 20 less IQ points. So there you go. There you go, man. Or 20 IQ block drummer. Sensational. God damn it. Satan Claus 69 IQ. It's not a bad number. I mean, if you're gonna be like super low IQ, 69 is not bad. On multiple tests. Okay, so yeah, there's different types of testing they would do for it. That's true. Don't use IQ for anything in the US. What do the shards do, Medizi? They're for upgrading the weapon. So what we're just doing right there, for anyone that hasn't ever played the game or seen it, I'm just getting items to kind of get the setup for the weapon. And we're going to put our weapon to +6 reinforcement. We're going to put on some of the gems that add more damage. Like, for all of the stuff we've just done, we haven't had any upgrades at all. And then we just kind of just start dishing out all the upgrades right now. Trover dig in your country, we don't use that test very frequently. Okay, yeah, we don't really... I don't think they make anyone do an IQ test over here either. But I was just curious, because I think in the United States it's a little bit more common to have had one. But, yeah. Now I am baffled by the fact that people that are actually smart are liking the content. Not that I thought anyone was stupid, but you know what I mean? Like, that's... This realization, oh my god, either you're all lying about your IQs simultaneously, or I'm in the presence of greatness. Someone here confirmed will be the president one day of somewhere. Or prime minister. Amity, what's going on? Tested several times. Your average is 165. That's insane. Do you feel like a badass right now? Are you feeling unstoppable? So much IQ, your brain is practically bulletproof. Like, I'd feel safe with you, not gonna lie. Do you ever like just practice telekinesis for fun, or is it something you use in the eye of danger? Like, do you make things explode with your mind? Where is over there, Texas? I live in Canada, so it's not the United States, not quite, but it's similar. I've been told before that the United States is more common for IQ testing. Good person to make decent content. Okay, perfect. How much are they paying you to say that? He's like, I'll pay you more to like tell the truth. I'll do it. I'm curious, man. Used up all your IQ in your youth. You thought too hard during school and depleted that shit. Oh no, that's not good, man. As long as your head didn't deflate, like you don't want to go around walking the earth looking like some sort of deflated souffle or whatever. That's not cool. Looking like a popped balloon, like that's not a good look. They'll know something's up then. If you can pretend that you're not that stupid, you're safe. You'll blend in very well. No, things will be easier for you. But your head's looking like a pop balloon. That's dangerous. People lying over the internet? Nah, couldn't be. Impossible. Mind bullets. You can deflect the hottest of mixtapes that are intruding your mind in the dankest of rap battles. You can defend yourself from spiritual lyrical miracles. $50, take it or leave it. Fellow Canadian, awesome. There's a lot of Canadians that apparently live on this planet. I thought Canada only had a population of 6. We were talking about this earlier. And I thought that wasn't even including me, and that was a lot because I didn't think that I registered on the population yet. But they updated it, and apparently it's way more than that. So we've broken the barrier of the single-digit Canada population. Even just with the people here, I think. How are the runs today, Zeph? They're going pretty well. This is the first one we're attempting. We're doing a no reset up to shadows, so we'll see how this goes. And I will see you guys on the other side. Let's go. Let's do it. clean, man. That was a really nice setup right there. GG. Probably not the best start, but overall that was a good fight. Also, I didn't mean to kind of hit there. That's a mistake. But that was good. GG. On to Rom. Let's go. Apparently you're a genius mythic. If you have over 140 IQ, yeah, technically. Genius percentile quotations, in quotations. If you equip your lantern, the shadows disappear. The light, it's an easy kill method. Try next time. Disappear in the light. That's a good strat right there. Sounds like some groundbreaking tech, man. I gotta try that out. Equip the lantern. That's actually pretty funny. Although I forgot that existed in this. I didn't remember there was like a little lantern you can latch onto yourself. Becoming better at shadows each time. I wouldn't say there's much more improvement to make on them. It's just like depending on what kind of fight you get. It's all decisions, man. Like if you have a circumstance that you're in where you don't make the best possible decision, sometimes your decision's good, but it's not perfect. There can be one detail that's a flaw, and you don't have enough time to think through that flaw when you're comparing all the different decisions you could make in those tricky situations. So like, you might have had a decent thought that was better than something that's the worst that you could have decided, where you would have, you know, maybe had even less of a chance if you took option number 3 instead of 2. But option number 1 was the best all along out of the list of 3. There's not just like a yes and no all the time, but there's sometimes like, you know, it's like multiple choice and you pick something that was close but not good enough. The yes and no checklist failed to compare all of the notes, not just like some of the choices, or you know, maybe you thought of it as like a 50-50 and there was another option. Or maybe it is a 50-50 because you brought it to that point. Maybe you did something before that even happened that fucked it up. And it didn't punish you for the mistake, but it set up the fight in that exact way to screw you later, and you didn't think it through when you made that decision, and you weren't preemptive enough. It comes down to being that specific sometimes. That was a better example of shadows just being straight up, though. Wasn't terrible for any particular reason. Very, very good setup, like good choice on like the placement and everything like that. Good execution on just killing that other dude very fast. I checked to make sure the timer of the guy's buff was still good. He hadn't gone for the sword buff yet, so it was free. I got the kill very fast for that reason, you know. How does one change the text color? You can type in third person by typing /me and then a space, and it'll make the text the same color as your name. It's gonna be the hunter with the crows at the ladder in DLC. That dude's actually pretty easy on real runs because we have more elixirs to use. He's only an issue on practice because we can't have the amount of items we need for it. But yeah, that'd be pretty bad. That would be a pretty shitty hit. I'd rather be hit by the blood guys, I think. Alright, we got the Molotovs. We got 7 of them. Slainvor, what's going on? Do I do the DLC too? Yeah, we're going to be doing the DLC in this run. It's all the content. Killing the doll is the worst. This is some meta shit. Those meta strats, that third person though. Yeah, I remember the first time I figured out about that, I was pretty hype because my color, at least at the time from what I remember, was very close to the same color as like the notifications that pop up in chat. So I was like pretending to say that like, you know, this person's been banned or whatever, and like people would actually believe it for a second. It's kind of funny. But it would get really annoying if everyone typed in third person forever. Definitely would. Alright, I gotta pay attention on this part. It is, I mean, it looks pretty simple, but these guys are smart, so I gotta... I mean, these spiders definitely have an IQ of over 140. Gotta be a little bit careful. GG. A little bit longer of a fight. For some reason, they got the left wall. There's the wall on the left, and they somehow all progressed to a right wall as well. Unless they all flipped around in a circle, but I believe we went from one wall to another, and I don't think I've seen that yet. It's really weird. But it did waste some extra time. Gothkoth, what's up? How's it going? Omelet, welcome back. How's it going as well? Why do I hit him in the face with my fist? Because I don't want to do too much damage with my weapons. So I want to build the meter by doing the least amount of damage I can physically, and then use my weapon to do the proper amount of damage. You have to keep her under 1050 for the first 2 hits that I do. Then I get more stamina, put her past 1050, and then do the R2 for the stun. And then finish her off once I get more stamina, right as she's porting again after that to keep her in one place. Sunwraith, what's going on? Thank you for the 3 months in a row, dude. Enjoy your bronze hood. Continue to enjoy your emotes. Thank you for staying edgy. Everyone give Sunwraith some sub hype. And welcome back. Also, Air Chest, welcome. Yeah, the problem is, man, if I YOLO on this run, it's just bad form, dude. It's bad habit. I'm never gonna no-hit this game if I start doing things that are impatient. You can't be impatient on this run. It doesn't even matter if I plan to make a mistake or I think I'm going to make a mistake on this run. You're just gonna build muscle memory habits around being impatient. You're just gonna make a mistake like that. You have to really take everything seriously, even if it's not as challenging as some stuff. Because it's not just to be speedy, you know, being speedy helps, it's cool, and do more runs, but it's not going to get me what I need to do. I'm going to fail, and I'm sure you know that, it's pretty obvious. I mean, you can't be perfect if you don't do what's required to be perfect, so that's all it is, man. And that would be a worse decision to make. You were just kidding? I know there's a lot of people, though, that are serious about that, though, so even if you are kidding, there are people that have said, like, why don't you just rush it? And not even just on that fight, but on a lot of stuff, so just to clarify, like, no point of being risky. You know, I can definitely get tilted and then just lose interest, but not at this point. We're doing pretty decent. When do you get a different color hood, Zeph? How long have you been sub for? That all depends. There's the initial sub hood's purple, then there's bronze at 3, silver at 6, gold at 12, and diamond at 24. Would have called Rom a him. Miyazaki said in an interview that Rom was a she, so I'm just going based off of that. Like, he stated himself, he's the one that designed it, so he said that it was a she. I don't know why, I don't remember why the interview even happened. It was something about the game, and they were specifically referring to that fight, and he said she. So, I mean, it doesn't matter either way. It's not a human, it looks like a potato, so we can just say potato. If we want to. Yeah, I'm gonna actually get the cane here first. Let's do that. Because that saves a little bit of time. And I'm gonna put these like this. If you got one hit from an enemy, do you reset the game, Slane? At this point, no. We're trying to get less than 11 hits right now in the entire game. I'll start resetting on every hit once we're down to like maybe like 3 or 2 or something like that. Once we're like well below 5, we'll start resetting on a lot of like there'll be points where I'll reset. Like so half the game will probably have to be no hit. I'll at least have to no hit the mandatory stuff if I have less than 5, I think, at a certain point. And then after that, once we're at like 2 or 3, we'll reset in general until we get the run. But right now we're at 11, so just gotta, you know, start like getting used to the entire run altogether, get some good practice on it, and get used to kind of like having the pressure of the full run together rather than just practicing individual stuff. It's kind of the goal with like the limited hits, just to kind of get used to it. That wasn't perfect. Kind of worried about that. Not the best spot to fall right there. I kind of overshot it because I was still doing, I think I was doing claw on my left hand and my right hand because I was trying to change the items, and then I didn't have a good grip, and like I just overshot it by a little bit. Read your stuff, it's important, Turco. Okay, wait. Make sure you read my shit. You know what just happened? You have been informed by your paysafe that you don't have enough money to sub to me. You know how much? 8 astonishing cents. You think we gotta contact the Fed before the global crisis starts again. Oh no. That's alright, dude. Honestly, you don't have to... You were sub for a while, Turco. Like, you don't have to feel like the need to for anything to do with me. Like, if you can't, you can't. I'm not gonna expect you to. That's perfectly fine. Thank you for being here. That's super, super important. I'm not gonna treat you differently. Yasmin, what's going on? How are you? Welcome back. Theory, what's up? How's it going? Laron, where have you been? She's been lurking. The lurkiness monster. The shadows. Yasmin's doing like the shadow split like 24/7. Double claw, why can't the streamer, what can't the streamer do? Well, you have to do double claw. How else would you change your items while running? You're telling me you don't do menu claw and item claw? Like, how would you do this? There'd be no way to do it. I mean, obviously the camera claw is like the most important one, but menu claw, I still don't see how you would make, like, there'd be so many resets you'd be prone to just by not being able to have a menu while you're running. Like, at least for me, because if I ever forget an item, that's the only thing that can save me. And sometimes, I mean, it does just save time. It's more efficient, but it will save you, though. Luckily, in this, they made it so you can do that. I think this is the first game where you can run and then still have the menu open. Then DS3 did it really well, where you can start a sprint again while the menu's open. And this, if you stop sprinting, you'd have to close the menu and then sprint again, then open it. But DS3 was so advanced, you could literally sprint again while in a menu, which is just ridiculous. I think that that's the coolest shit ever. Quick Claw. What's your main character in Bloodborne? Which level? I don't have a main character in this, man. I just have profiles for this run, like so. Basically, if I do this run and I die, all my slots are filled up either with like practice files or runs that failed. I used to have a character that was like 200 and something, I think, but I deleted all that stuff when I started doing these because I needed enough room for making new runs and for practice. But yeah, I don't actually plan to play this game casually ever again. I think I'm only gonna do this run, and then I'm gonna do gun only and fists only, and then I'm pretty much done with this for a while. We'll be on to DS2, so it's not that big of a deal. I got the use out of the casual characters that I had. It's not like the saddest thing ever. I'm crazy. Well, I mean, like I got the use out of the game playing casually, anyways. So. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's a really big disadvantage on this run if you don't have more room, because the way you make files, you only have 10. And even those 10, like, a lot of the files I have, I think I only have like 5 practice files. Half of them are just like to make new characters really quickly and stuff like that. And the only way you can have a practice file is if you fail a run or get to a point of a run where you can save the save state, and then you'd have to do another full run back to another point to get another file. So they're not easy to acquire. You can't just make multiple copies of characters and stuff like that. You can't copy things. So I only acquire them by failing runs at different points on actual attempts. Alright. Apparently we didn't have the cane on this. Oh, there we go. What about the lore Obamas? What about the lore? Did exactly the same when you started your runs, Jax. It's the only thing you can do. I think everyone that does runs on this, you'd have to, because it's the only game that is Souls-based that you have to play on console, where you can't have like a organizer for it. How do you kill a boss with a gun? Is it possible? Air chest? Yeah, if you level Blood Tinge and you have the right gems, and a lot of vials, a lot of bullets, you definitely can do it. I haven't seen a lot of people try gun only, and I haven't seen a successful one be completed in its entirety. So I don't really know how it would look on certain stuff, but I feel like it would be really hard to start off, definitely. JDAV, welcome back. What's up? For Roz this year, how are the runs, man? This is the first attempt right now today. Did some practice, and then now we're trying to full run. PB's 11. It's pretty gross, man. We got that double-digit first PB, and I tied it yesterday too. Okay, so just understand this. Try to process this right now. How bad this is, Bros, dude. I no hit any percent. Took 4 hits, including 3 deaths, on Amygdala. Flawless the rest of the main game without DLC. So it would have been an all-boss no-hit without Amygdala having 4 mistakes, which is it's so easy compared to everything else, right? Or a lot of stuff. And then DLC was the only mistakes after that. Even had flawless Moon Presence in German, and Maria and Orphan were flawless too, I think. So like all the hard stuff was done perfectly. It was so bad. I can't even explain how that felt, but I continued. I tried to tie the PB. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna finish the run, whatever. How did Amygdala hit you 4 times? Dude, I fucked up the setup the first time, then had to go back. Failed the backup plan, had to go back. Failed the backup plan, had to go back, and then got frenzied on the final time going back. So I had no sedatives left. So yeah, that's never happening again. That's just like the final straw with that. Really, really bad. Like it would have been a flawless all boss without that. Kinda sucks. Milty Milt, what's up? How's it going, man? How are you doing? If you guys don't know Milty Milt, he was doing SL1 no-hit runs on Demon Souls yesterday. He got to the very end pretty much without a mistake. At 2 hits, he got his PB of 6 hits down to 2, but he pretty much almost got the run yesterday. So you probably want to check him out because he's gonna do that soon. And SL1 Demon Souls no hits is pretty insane. It's pretty nuts. I think he's not even using magic on it either, which is like just, I don't know. That's ridiculous. Saber Lily, you're gonna go to sleep. Someone sing you a lullaby. A lullaby. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Or the boogeyman will eat you. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Better fucking go to sleep right now. That's the lullaby right there. You don't want to get eaten by the boogeyman, do you? Hopefully that comforts you and gives you the most peaceful sleep you've ever had in your entire life. Also, if you guys don't follow Faraz, he's a really good streamer as well. He's doing this run. He's got the DLC practice going on right now that we've been doing as well. He's going to be doing full runs, I would imagine, pretty soon. Maybe even today. And he is one of my favorite streamers, if not my favorite. I probably watched his stream the most of anybody's in general. Check it out. Check it out. Stagger hellos like motherfuckers. Gigules just showed up, who almost got the run. Milty almost got SL1 no hits on Demon Souls. I don't know how long he's been doing it, but this is the first time I had ever seen him do it. And he was killing. Dude, he had like a 6-hit PB, and he was almost at the very end with 0. It was just like, whoa. And the 2 hits were on Tower Knight, which is so easy to avoid, like, for next time. So that's... Man, I was actually feeling kind of sad when he got you with the boot, but like I didn't expect that, and I didn't want to say anything in chat beforehand because I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you bad luck if I type anything, even though it doesn't make any sense. Wanted to play it safe. So yeah. How is Maria first phase? Maria first phase sucks, man. I hate that. I hate Maria first phase so much. It's basically a race. You have to get her to phase 2 as fast as you can. Even if your pellet runs out, it's smarter to just get her to phase 2 immediately. There's many less things that can go wrong when she's phase 2. So I've kind of dictated that it doesn't matter how the fight goes, how slow it is. There's no chance for using another pellet that is guaranteed or confirmed. And the longer you have her alive, the more likely she is to transform her weapon. And she can do it like when you're right beside her. So you have to like kind of know the range of how far you have to be away just so she doesn't snap it in your face. And you kind of want to get her killed before that happens, which is possible. It's kind of like it's a weird sort of timer thing where it's not necessarily on a timer. I can't confirm if it's on like a clock, but it does happen after a certain amount of health, I think. And if you wait a long time after that certain amount of health, yeah, I have no idea, dude. I'm pretty sure though it's after a certain amount of health is taken. She can do it after like a few attacks or whatever. So like, the faster you kill her, the better. And then phase 2 is not bad, but phase 3 has some things that are a little bit tricky with the AoEs and stuff. Like, there's one thing that happened yesterday. I was going to clip it and send it to you. I don't know if we have a clip of it right now, but she did a jump, and I was close to a wall. So instead of jumping into me, in mid-air, she did a 180, and then, like, when she landed backwards from where she came from. So she, like, jumped forward, or jumped straight up in the air, and then was facing me. She was about to, like, land, still facing the same way, but then turned around when I went underneath her, and then landed, like, as if she did, like, a 180, like, slam on me or whatever. Like, if you can try to imagine that in your head, it didn't make any sense. So, and I saw her do it again today, but I was really far away when she did it. So you have to be very late on the timing when you go underneath her on that. If you're too early, she can just redirect the jump. And that's really bad. That's probably the scariest thing I've seen on that fight. Name the Maria split Doll Revenge. I can do that. That's a good idea, actually. That's a very good suggestion. How do you avoid Ludwig's attacks? You dodge them. Kill him as quick as you can. If he gives you bad RNG, just know his entire moveset. One attack in particular on Ludwig I don't like, but I think we found a decent way to avoid it most of the time. I had it happen on practice, but I had made a mistake leading up to that, so that's why it occurred still. But there's only one attack on Ludwig that really sucks, where you're probably going to guaranteed get hit by it. It doesn't matter if you're good, like, reaction's not enough on it. Just has, like, this really weird speed and hitbox on it. But on a real run, if it happens and someone avoids it, that would be one of the most epic moments of all time, I think. Gromnar, what's up? Hope everyone had a good day. Wait, did you say that you hope I have a good day, or everybody? I didn't. I kind of caught that as it was passing by. I had a pretty decent day so far. How's your day been? What's up, man? All right, we're getting out of here. Blue Blopper, what's up? Hope y'all had a good day. Okay, so I thought you said you. I was like, are you not concerned with the well-being of every person in this chat in 2K17? Do you not care about feelings? Alright, well, I only have one cocktail left on this. I'm going to grab another one quickly. Actually, wait, no, we have to make a trip back, so we can do that after. So, yeah, it's probably better to do it this way. Do a little bit faster, at least. Ludwig quick kill, or just do his first phase normally. I don't go for the headshot on the quick kill. And is a very low percentage of a chance that he gives you such bad RNG you gotta deal with, like, a lot of attacks that will make your meter run out before you kill him. It's very unlikely. It's happened once so far. Even when it happens, it doesn't always make the meter run out. It usually runs out right as you do the visceral or right after. And that's the worst scenario. It's so rare. So, the way I do it, you hope that he does the beam that's, like, kind of offset to your left so you get the good RNG. It's a guaranteed phase 2 from there, pretty much. And then just you go from there. That's... And I've also noticed if you force him to do a long-range attack, he can't recover into the floppy attack as much. Like, you usually get a lot of punishes that will... And you can only do 2 hits when you engage him out of a long-range attack, or the third will get punished and traded for a couple of different things that he can do. So you have to assess if he's going to do another thing right after that, and then hit him a third time. Whisper? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's interesting. That's actually a good point. You seem to be thinking about that more than me. Shamanam, what's going on? Thank you for the host. Glaciered Hornet, sorry for lurking. You're grinding on Monster Hunter. Keep up the great run. Thanks, man. You do not have to apologize for lurking. That's definitely not important to apologize for. Oh, man. Okay, wait. I need 4 more of these. Wait, do we have 1 elixir left? Okay, we're good. Are you getting the new Monster Hunter? Hornet? Not the floppy attack. Yeah, floppy McDonger is the worst attack on Ludwig. That's it's almost guaranteed death. Like if you were able to avoid it on this run, I would clap. I would probably get on my knees and just start fucking crying or something like that. And I'm not even over exaggerating. I'm saying it's really that hard. Like at a certain range, you're dead, guaranteed. So you'd have to like almost assume he was gonna do it and then back up like a little bit and then iframe the first of the swings and the second swing would have to go over your head or like miss you by like a little bit. And he only does it when you're really close, so like it's a very fine range you have to be in for all those things to happen, where you avoid it, because you can't iframe it twice. The two swings are faster than both your dodges, so it's like one iframe and then a space, and the first one always tracks you perfectly, so it's like it's really, really, really scary. Super duper scary as all hell. Vamper, what's going on? PNG is your favorite word? Whisper, you're right. Yeah, I appreciate that you're concerned with that. That's cool. Call lurkers unimportant. Steady Ox, why? You think you're cooler than people that lurk because you say something in chat, man? Huh? You think there aren't them humans out there that are supporting the stream and shit? You think because you got a keyboard, you're real fucking tough, bro? I'll teach you something about that, man. I'll teach you something about that real quick. Better watch your step, bro. Better watch your step, brother. You're walking right in here cruising for a bruising or something. Oh, man, Jax, if you're taking off, dude, your internet keeps messing up. You'll see if you can check back in later. All right, dude. Have yourself a good rest of your day. Hopefully it solves itself. One thing you can say that you're thankful for is it's not Comcast. Because I've heard Comcast is pretty bad. But yeah. You said that I said it. Oh, okay. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, man. Keyboard warrior, come at me, bro. SJWs and KBWs are not safe. Nothing will protect you. Most definitely not Steve. I don't know you. You lurk when you please. Steve, I appreciate that. That's cool. Hopefully you're enjoying the shenanigans that are taking place. Just ask Colby how he feels about Comcast. Next time he's streaming, I'll ask him, and we'll see. I'm sure he has some pretty interesting opinions on it. I'm ready to see someone like make like a video to Comcast, like breaking objects or something like that, like smashing glass on a table, and fucking screaming like an ape or something like that, like banging your chest, popping up on like a table on all fours and like breaking things. The Comcast law. Fuck you. Like 911 emergency. What's your problem? Hi. I've just been sent a video of a subhuman gorilla creature smashing things and threatening my life and my company. Sorry, who is this again? This is Comcast. Oh, sorry, we don't accept 911 emergencies from Comcast. You have shitty internet. Sorry. Looks like you're screwed. See you later. Oh man. Nabby, what's up? How's it going? Lurkers of the backbone? Yeah, they're the foundation, man. Foundation. Very important. Shots fired, yeah. I don't know. I know for a fact if there's ever a time where I am in range of Comcast and that's the only option, that I'm not going to take that. Ape Jesus King? Yeah. That's not how apes sound? I don't know. I didn't want to like actually start pounding my chest. You never know, man. What if there's like a clenchy moment on the run and it like screws up my BPM? My BPM gets me hit, my heart rate distracts me for a second, and it rips the run. Would you want that to happen? Do you think that's a funny idea? You find this amusing? Chillin' playing a Destiny 2 beta, Nabby. What do you think about the beta for it? Anyone know if Shadow of Mordor is any good? You haven't played it, Fun Tathis? I think people have enjoyed it. that I've seen play it. I haven't really heard anything bad other than like it's not the longest game ever and it's kind of like linear. But if you're into stories and stuff, I think it's probably something you'd enjoy. It's definitely not like this. If you're into Souls, it's not even close. Some people have said it's like reminiscent of like Lord of the Rings and stuff. So if you like Lord of the Rings, it's a chance you'll just like the backstory of it. Elador, what's going on? Who got world's first 0-hit all bosses? I got all bosses on Friday and Frost got it on Sunday. Why am I'm having this reaction of going to the DLC right now. That is not good. Too eager to go to it. It's based on Lothar. Oh, okay. The story is based around it. Mordor is good, especially if one orc continues to kill you, and then you finally get that revenge kill. I feel like I would be an intimidating dad, honestly. Hopefully, I never am. Then I don't have to worry about that. Like, what'd you say to me, punk? Kids like, I was better get out of this playground, son. This ain't the time for spitting mixtapes. You're gonna get hurt real bad. Get out of the sandbox. It's like, but don't let me catch you around here ever again. I'll break all your little race cars. I'll step on all the Hot Wheels. Oh God. Like to play skipping rope? You know what I do with my skipping ropes when the kids aren't listening? Know what I do with the skipping ropes? Like what? What do you do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine like how someone would be if they're a scary parent that would yell at another kid. Anybody ever been a kid and had a parent yell at you? Like that's not your parent? Icarus, what's up? How's it going? That's very dank. Yeah, a little bit. Not the Hot Wheels. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, we got to get the hell out of here. We're on our way to One Reborn. We got to do this. It is time. I probably shouldn't be memeing this hard on any percent. Even though it's any percent, I mean, it's still kind of... It's a little bit important. Tiniest smidget of importance, you know? It's kind of like you can't really do the run unless any percent's completed, so... Might as well give a shit about it just a little bit. You were a tour guide, you've yelled at some kids. Business confirms yells at kids when he's not streaming. Oh God. What would it feel like to get yelled at by a Super Nintendo? That'd be pretty bad. On fire with the monologues? No, that was kind of cringy, man. A little bit cringy. Mordor is like The Witcher mixed with Lothar. Damn. Crippledor, what's up? How's it going? Not the Hot Wheels. Yeah, I remember most of your childhood that happened. Remember I made like this prank call? There was these friends that I had and they said that this person they knew said something like really shitty about me and like they just wanted me to prank call this person so badly because they're like, yeah, like they're talking shit and stuff like that. I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was like 14 or something like that. And they're like, yeah, you got to do it. Like they were saying so many like things. They're trash talking. I think they even made like a fake thing that had a message in like a messaging thing from the person, or maybe it was for somebody else and they just made me think that it was for me. And I prank called this person. I didn't really say anything that bad, but like I remember the person's parent was freaking out saying like they were gonna show up at the school and like beat me up and stuff like that. And I remember they brought it to the office and I didn't even get in trouble because the school was afraid the guy was actually going to assault me or whatever. So like they didn't even, like I didn't get in trouble for anything because they were afraid that I would possibly get like assaulted by this guy's this parent. So it was actually kind of funny though. Like he he called my phone like in the morning and I was like, I'm like about to go out the door. This guy's freaking out, like knows my name and is just like, I'm like, who the hell would even call me like as an adult and like say these kinds of things? And he was just so mad. It wasn't even a warning. He's like, I'll be outside that school. And I was walking down the street. I didn't live that far away, but I was walking down the street, like thinking like, what if this dude's actually just waiting and like snatches me and I get kidnapped or something, or he like actually like hits me in front of everybody at the school. I'm like, I'd rather probably get beaten up like in front of everybody than get like kidnapped. So like I was being really careful, and it was kind of scary, but I probably could have gotten in trouble, and it was just because of what he said and the message that he left me. And then the actual phone call I did answer after that, they were like, you can't get in trouble because this guy's threatening you, so you're fine. But if he didn't threaten me, I probably would get in trouble for that. That'd be the one time I'd possibly have faced a suspension. But it was okay, though. It was okay, man. Double negatives, right? You know you're cool when you threaten a child? Yeah, but like, I don't know. I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have done that just because people told me that this person was trash talking, but I was stupid and I was young, so I did. And like I said, I probably should have gotten in trouble, but I didn't because of this guy stepping over that line where it's like kind of controversial, because if anything happened and the school was involved and stuff like that, then I don't think they wanted to have any kind of liability in it. No hitting dads. Yeah, it was just one of the scariest walks to school that I've ever had. It's not even a long walk. It was literally 5 minutes, but I was like terrified, man. Like I was actually really scared. What is that man is in chat? What if he's in chat? I don't care. That's fine. I don't think you can actually be mad at somebody about something like that you didn't even act upon like that long ago, but it was just really funny though. I admit that it was stupid, but like it was also stupid for him to do that, so we both were very stupid and canceled it out. And the funny thing was, this person didn't even really know who I was, and I didn't know who they were either. So at the end of the day, I shouldn't have listened to the people that I was hanging out with. They were kind of being a little bit conniving, you know. Dad stories, yeah. No, that's the one story I have where I probably could have gotten suspended, or like maybe a little bit of like an in-school suspension. But other than that, I've never had any trouble with anything. It was the one kind of thing. It was like almost got caught, you know, in a rough situation. All right, let's go. Let's do it. So on this, I want to be kind of slow right here. I don't even know what the point of using a pellet was before that. Wasn't the best idea. I think I did that last time too. It's okay, we can afford to waste the paper, but I mean, like, if I had to go back, that'd be really, really bad. Remember, I made that mistake last time. I shouldn't be doing that. Unnecessary use of pellets and stuff. Enemy of angry dads, yeah. No, you could just tell this is that kind of dude where, like, if something happened, he probably would just freak out at somebody. I mean, like, he probably would have done something if, like, I was within reach, or, like, it had happened, like, in a confrontation in person. Maybe? I don't know. But, like, he wasn't trying to scare me. Like, this guy actually was so super fucking mad, you could tell. Like, have you ever been in a legit fight, Glooglopper? I've been in a couple. That first actual one that I had happen was when I was kind of young. I think I was like 12 or 13 or something like that. And me and the dude became friends like the next day. We were always friends up until it happened, and then we were friends again like the next day because he was just tired of like getting pushed around because we were always like roughhousing at recess and stuff like that. We were like always just pushing each other over, like, you know, table topping each other or just like joking around, shoving each other. And I remember one day, like, I guess he had gotten pissed off because like he didn't think it was fair that he got pushed over more times than everybody else, and took it personally. And then I remember in like the winter, it was all icy and stuff like that. This is around the time this was happening, and on the pavement where like the basketball court was, it was all slippery, and he like knocked me over and was just like hitting me in the face over and over again, and I had gloves on, so I couldn't even really punch him properly. So he was just like railing my face, and my head was like hitting off the ground and stuff like that, and he went fucking apeshit on me before the recess, like the parent that was on duty for recess came over. And he made me bleed a little bit. I got my ass kicked. I couldn't do anything because, again, like, he just got on top of me. And I didn't have gloves. Or I had gloves and he didn't have any gloves. So his punches were, like, legit. That's, like, the only time. Other than that, like, there's no point for any kind of confrontation. So, like, I wouldn't try to force something. But that's, like, one time where I didn't expect that to happen. And then we were both like, you know, that was stupid, whatever. So we got over it. And then I had a girlfriend in high school where her ex-boyfriend like was like, yo, I'm gonna show up with like people at your school and I'm gonna like kick your ass or whatever. And like she told me that she thought he wouldn't actually do it, so I was like, okay, let's organize this then. I'll just wait outside on whatever day that you can get over here. And then he made an excuse saying the bus didn't take him far enough or something like that. And I had like a bunch of people that I knew just waiting with me, and that's it. And then, like, I mean, in terms of my actual school, not many people got into that many fights. It was pretty cool. Everybody was friends, so there wasn't too many things that were revolving around violence as much as you would think. Did I cry? No, I didn't cry, man. I didn't expect it. It was so surprising. I was like, what the fuck? I kind of had to process it, but I mean, I might have if he actually like broke my face or something. It was kind of bad, but it wasn't that bad. B-Sweat, thank you for the 10 months in a row. Continue to enjoy your emotes in your Hood of Edge, sir. You're 2 months away from a year. That's insane. Thank you very much for being edgy. Everyone give V-Sweat some 10-month sub hype. Most cinematics for DS2 are unexciting. Uninteresting. DS2 doesn't have the best cutscenes, that's true. It's very true. Canadians are so nice. Yeah, I mean, if I lived anywhere else, I probably would have experienced, like, I'm talking about even seeing other people fight was rare, like, and it wasn't that serious usually. There is one thing, I already told this story before, there's one dude I was friends with, and there was a dude that was a little bit more, like, popular that, like, would just say things about him, just, like, make verbal statements here and there, like, in gym class, like, if we were in, like, the locker room or, like, whatever, he would just, like, say, like, he would just say the guy's name in a way that would be annoying, or he would say, like, just one word that would piss him off, and this dude that I knew that I was friends with, like, he hated this guy, like, he really hated this dude. And one day he said something on the football field, and I remember this guy just like jumps at him, like the kid that was talking shit, like he gets jumped by my friend, and my friend hit him so hard his ear actually like kind of like ripped a bit, and he had to like take some days off school after that. And that's the only like actual like active like animosity I've seen where it's like, whoa, that's fierce, man. But he had it coming though, the guy, and then the guy like was fine after that. They got along, everything was cool. But that's the only time where there was like really big conflict. And any other fight was just like whatever, it wasn't really serious. Most of it probably happened off the property so people didn't get suspended and stuff like that with actual cool thug life, violent, scary people, right? So I would imagine they wouldn't organize fights in the vicinity of the building because they would get either expelled from the system or they would risk like, I guess the cops being called from the school, like if they found out about the fight on a different day. Like, so you could have a fight if it was anything, even it got to the point, I remember there was people that had a fight somewhere that wasn't around the school, and they got in trouble through school, and this was over a weekend because the school heard about it, because someone either had filmed it or like put it somewhere, took pictures or whatever, and like there was repercussions on a day that it didn't even occur on, when they had to go back to school on the weekday or whatever, so like people were really worried about that stuff too, I remember. Anyways, we need to kill Mikolash. Let's do that. I'm kind of stalling right now. Too many story times going on. Most badass boss in DS2 is Vendrick. You think Vendrick was badass? Vendrick is pretty basic. Like, you just kind of... I mean, if he was in his prime, I think he'd be pretty cool, but he just kind of swipes at you. And has a shit ton of health. Alright, we got 20 knives, and then we're going to go back and get the mollies after I warp. Here. And then we're good. Sorry if this is being kind of slow, by the way. This is probably going to be the only run, so we'll just use that as the excuse. Unless, of course, I have time for another one, I think it's a good idea. Why are you wasting so much time? You scared? Oh, I'm so scared of this run right now. Can't you tell? I'm nervous right now, man. I'm a little. To be honest, I don't really want to do a run right now. I'm so nervous, man. In all honesty, like I gotta tell you, dude, this is so difficult. Had a really bad day. Your stories are cheering you up, honestly. I'm glad. I wouldn't say like a lot of the stories I've told already should be like stories that are like feel good or like, you know, uplift your spirit. They're not necessarily positive, but I appreciate your you enjoying the stream enough to have it as kind of like a distraction from that stuff. Hopefully your day improves, man. And if not, there's always other days. Remember when you were in the 10th grade, there was a week when there was literally 2 to 3 fights every day? Was it like an event or something like that? Pound your chest and you'll feel better. Chameleon, what's going on? Welcome back. Areas feel weird to you? Are you talking about DS2? I'm assuming that's what this is still. Hands are sweaty, wet nurse spaghetti. Oh no, oh no. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to cancel Nightmare Phase, but he keeps on forgetting that he's got to dodge twice. His mom's spaghetti turns to rice, and as cold as ice, his heart won't beat thrice. He's choking now, everybody's spoken now in chat. The run's blown up, over now. Reset, back to Gascoigne. Better be fast, boy. Backstabbing beasts, and rapping fast, oi. I don't know. That's my bars. That's really cringy right there. That's super cringe. It's so hard, man. Someone tempts me to just rhyme things and I do it. I do it, man. It's fun. I'm sorry. I don't even care if I'm bad at it. It's just really fun. Pay me 10,000 bits to stop rapping immediately, Mahogany. I'm still gonna do it anyways, and if you choose to do that, you're crazy. I solemnly swear I have no part in taking payment for stopping hotbars. Let it be known that I will never stop hotbars for anybody but myself. Even though I apologize, but that's just kind of Canadian, right? So, Paula, have a good sleep if you're going to bed. I'll see you later, man. Take care. Take care, man. Naturally bad rapper, yeah. Not bad for a white guy. It's not like a song. I don't know if that's actually like an insult or you're trying to be controversial with the tryhard as well. I guess people start to use tryhard as like a hate symbol or like a suggesting controversial.
Keep rapping opium.
Racial shit. Like, I don't know. Tryhard, like, I don't even know why, man. It's so silly because there's so many other emotes where like, I don't know. But that's become a meme. I've seen that so much. Sunwraith, I will not keep doing it. Thank you for the bits, though. I appreciate it. Never. Ever, ever. I think at this point, we probably want to pay attention, because we're almost at the end of 90%. Technically, 2 more splits to go with the included extra feature of Parl. So, yeah, that's it. Dong Dagley, I gotta go. Good luck with the run. Sees chat. I'll see you later, Dong Dagley. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you next time. Keep on daglying the dongs, please. I have no idea what that means, but it fit with your name, and it sounds really, really weird, so let's go with that. Whatever Dong Dangly dangles, keep on dangling. Okay. I think we're good. I'm trying to remember if I need anything. I think I need the 2 poison knives still before I get the Molotovs. 'Cause I almost screwed that up last time. It was not good. Shoe shine? Are we rapping about shoe shine right now? You legit live in Africa. Racism and humor are inseparable to you. That doesn't make any sense at all, but okay. Hey, like I live in this place, so that's why. So I can say this because I'm from here. Are we ever going to learn what happened to Sunbro or what Patch's goal is? I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'm pretty glad there is no Solaire in this game. I'll take Alfred as a substitute because he's not as annoying, and that's that, man. If you're referring to Solaire in relation to this, I am glad that he does not exist in this game because I hate Solaire. And that's gonna make me lose a lot of popularity right there. Like, people are just gonna lose respect, but I don't like Solaire. He probably doesn't like me either, and it should be that way, man. Good riddance, dude. Fucking asshole Solaire. Ever listen to that Carl Papa video you linked? It's from that. When did you link it? I might have not seen it. Checked out a lot of whispers yesterday, but I might have missed some of them. Carl Papa video. Mumble rapping? Oh man. I made a meme of mumble rapping with Bloodborne. I'm like, I'm on a ladder. I'm on a ladder. Bang, 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 bang. Blood, bullets. Reset. Gascoigne. Reset. Gascoigne. I'm climbing a ladder. Climbing a ladder. Climbing a ladder. I'm lighting a lamp. Ah. Climbing a ladder. Ah. Climbing a ladder. Ah. Climbing a ladder. Molotov. Molotov. Climbing a ladder. Ba 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 ba. Reload. Climbing a ladder. Blah 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 blah. Climbing a ladder. And then there's like the actual good Bloodborne raps about like K-Dub Shrug. That's a hit classic. God. All right, we're getting out of here. Let's just move. La 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 la. Join in time for bars, Miss Cupcakes. What's up? Don't even pay attention. Plug your ears right now. Don't even listen to this. I think if I want to have Faraz not have a chance of getting this run, I should just like start like mumble rapping him, sending him clips like in like when he's not streaming, and he might like just laugh to death or something like that. What's my mixtape dropping? Dude, my mixtape is not dropping. My mixtape is it's picking up or rising. Dropping things are so mainstream, man. I'm not gonna drop the mixtape. It's just gonna be picked up. That's it. I'm surfacing the mixtape. Trying something a little bit different, man. Too many people drop mixtapes. Break Faraz's thumbs for some emotes. That's really aggressive. I do not like that combination of emotes right there. For Carl Split playing in the background, I can do that, yeah. If we have a safe way to get there and we can just chill before we do it, yeah. You got to make sure though that you put the link in chat again, Intran, and then I'll play it. Getting towels for your bleeding ears, Gromnar. I'm sorry. Climbing a ladder. Alright, I'm done. Although I feel like there's someone that could probably do that rap, that mumble rap, a lot worse, and they might actually be getting paid millions of dollars right now. So I'll have you know I offer the highest quality mumbles. And I'm not even like a practiced mumble artist, you know. That's like off the top, man. That's some just natural skill. Natural mumble rap skill. Can't hate on that. Oh, Mikalash, where are you? All right, you're right there. I don't know why he's stopping by the door. This is really frustrating. It makes no sense. I think he's turning around too. Yeah, he does this sometimes and it wastes the timer of the pellets. Waste the timer of the skeletons, wastes everything, and then he just doesn't want to give me decent RNG in this part either. See, like, look, he's never been weird, like, never been this weird on practice, but every time I do a real run, he just does this shit. There we go. So fucking annoying, man. Hate it. I think he's salty that we made trivia ahead of his boss fight. Doesn't like the fact I'm capitalizing on his mirror teleports and all that, you know. Getting outplayed while getting outsmarted at the same time. Likes to sit indoors and spam. Yeah, I know, it's so weird. He should attack you right when you're in front of him for that long, right? If you pass by him, he should be doing an attack. It's the only fight where something not attacking is actually worse than, you know, having something being spammed in your face. I'd rather him attack immediately. That's a lot safer. That's a lot more predictable. But if he's just gonna, like, not attack and then spin in circles, like a goddamn Beyblade, like, that's not safe. It's definitely not safe. Colpster, thank you very much for the host. Welcome back. What's up? Yeah, he's going straight this time. We're probably going to have some trivia. So if you've never participated in Souls trivia before, I ask a big amount of questions varying from Demon Souls through Bloodborne, everything in between. I'll try to make questions that you've never heard before, and your prize for winning rounds is knowledge. That is all. The winner of the final round always takes the win overall. So, you win the final round. It doesn't matter how cool you were before that. Or anyone else that had won rounds, you are losers automatically. It's a very unfair game. But the questions are pretty good, so yeah, we'll do that. Hornet was a lot of fun, but you're going to get off by Skull and Shack. Luck the run. Thanks, man. Have yourself a good sleep. Hornet, I'll see you later, man. A Beyblade. Yeah, he spins around. If he's spinning like a Beyblade, I don't know where his arm's going to pop out or when he's going to do it, and it's such a small room that's, it doesn't really work. Daco, you just finished Bloodborne and main DLC. Main and DLC, just need a few more Chalice dungeons for 100%. Amazing game. Glad that you like it, man. It's very good in my opinion. What did you think about Chalice dungeons? Out of curiosity. Final round question, what's my favorite meme? I don't know, actually. I think Crumple the Kid's my favorite meme, actually. Or you know what? No, Crumple the Kid and that dude playing House of the Dead. With, like, the real life action sequences and invisible grenades and stuff like that, and like fake reloads. That's probably that and Crumple the Kid are the best out of this year. Fushan, welcome back. What will come after no hit DLC all bosses? No hit Yharnam Stone. I'm gonna be no hitting DS2 after this, or at least trying to. Alright, this actually isn't going to be that bad. We might have got extra damage in the beginning. Okay, trivia round 1. What is the item that could be considered a hunter's tool, not weapon, that Orphan and Maria use in this game? That you can also possess as well. PS2 probably way easier to no-hit than Bloodborne. Probably, yeah. Common fruit, mud. Faraz wins round number 1. Old Hunter's Bone is the correct answer. Proper spelling as well. Alright. What is the name of the item that temporarily for around 20 seconds will make another enemy try to attack the target that you have hit with this item? Or in other words, turn enemies hostile towards each other. Wow, everyone's so late on these answers. What's it with that delay, though? Shaman Boneblade, Faraz wins. Oh, no, wait. Dr. Anger comes in 2 lines of chat sooner than Faraz with the correct answer. Shaman Boneblade is right. You have won the second round. Round 3. What is... Oh, actually, no, you know what? Here's a good question. Can you or can you not be killed by making blood bullets? Sticky white stuff. Oh, man. They should have brought that back in this. They should have. Aatrox comes in with the answer of no. He is correct. You cannot be killed by making blood bullets. I repeat, you cannot be killed by making blood bullets. Alright. What is the name of the rune that will turn you into a kin-like being that resembles that of blue broccoli? What is the name, the full name of said rune? Everyone's answering before you hear the question, honestly. Hey, man, that delay. Time travelers have the advantage. There's a time travel advantage on this. Also, Edamar, welcome back. How's it going, dude? Milkweed? Okay, I think it's milkweed. I'm pretty sure it's milk. But Anger, you spelt it very close in comparison. Spelling mistakes are okay. Your idea was correct. GG. You have won. Next round. Try to ask something about DS3 actually. What is the name of the starting class that starts with the Sellsword Twin Blades? Name of the starting class that starts with the Sellsword Twin Blades. Mercenary is correct. Zeph is the winner. And for the final round, what is my favorite meme? You have 2 choices that you can answer correctly with this question. Oh, I'm dead.
Now I'm waking up. I'll forget everything.
House of the Dead Kid. Mythic has won everything. No matter how many successful answers you had previous, you are worthless and you are a loser. Mythic is the best. GG. Alright, that's that. Kind of glad we didn't actually finish him with bullets. That was a little bit faster. Anyways. Let's hope there's no skellies to just pop back up. You know, I'm going to get these as well. Let's do that. Thank you for participating in Souls Trivia. Even though there was not a gigantic variety of questions from other Souls games other than Bloodborne and DS3. But, you know what? I think I'm doing pretty good for question variety. I don't know. Show the meme. Zeph, you want to see the meme of the House of the Dead Kid? If someone can find the link, you can put it in chat. I probably should make a command for it, because I don't remember specifically what you have to search. Because there was 2 videos. I think there might even be a 3rd one. I was talking about one where the guy's, I think he's wearing like an orange shirt or something like that. And then there's the other 2 we watched before. Well, yeah, you can look it up if you want to, or if someone wants to put the link in the meantime. I'm gonna run through here. Gonna grab the stuff, man. Gonna get the stuff. Get the blood rock, bro. How bad are the runs going, Kaku? This is the only run we've done, man. No resets after shadows. Sub 11 hits, potentially. Condemned Froggy, I'm doing pretty good. How are you, man? What's up? Jump Peaks, how's it going? You don't know how to find it? You gotta type in House of the Dead. Or actually, no, I think you gotta type in Asian Kid Takes Game Too Seriously. I think that's what it was. Title of it. I'll try to find it right after this. I'll show the people that haven't seen it once we get back to Hunter's Dream. How about that? Alright, what do we got? They all just like stopped looking in the same spot. I've never seen that. That's funny. I didn't think they'd all stop right there, actually. Just did the Creighton quest in DS3. Killed Creighton. Creighton's pretty hard to kill, actually. It's kind of funny, because when you fight Creighton and Cirrus is helping you, she's pretty shitty, and then like once you try to fight her in Firelink, she'll kick your ass so quick. It's like, why are you not trying that on the bridge? Like, you expect that she's just gonna annihilate him with that Dark Moon S stock, and she doesn't even try. Meanwhile, she'll just flick of the wrist you into, like, the next dimension. Snap of a finger, you're dead. Maybe even a fancy parry just for shits and giggles, you never know. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, we didn't get the extra frenzy, that's good. Whenever you get a chance in trend, yeah, we're gonna put that on when we do Parl. Oh, we're coming up on that now. Just gotta get the rest of the items. You might have to link it one more time, or I'll just scroll back up and I'll find it. Aerochast, if you're going to sleep, I will see you later. Have a good night. Appreciate you spending some time here. And hopefully you enjoyed it. The guy had an orange shirt on, did he not? I think in the first clip he didn't. But the first clip didn't have like all the really, really funny stuff like him running on the spot. And then there was another one from like a further angle and there's like a big crowd around him. And he's like, the one that I didn't show you guys, he's like, I think he's in like an orange shirt. And he's doing all the crazy shit. Like he's calling in the airstrikes, throwing grenades, ducking for cover, doing the run on the spot, practically barrel rolling. You know, like the only thing he's not doing is shouting out commands and stuff. That's the next step. You'd have to audibly be screaming commands to be even more dank. But it's pretty funny though. See if I can find it really, really quickly right now. Giving up on pairing in DS3, it just gets you killed. Pairing's kind of like a work in progress, man. You gotta put effort into learning the timing. Depending on what you're doing, there's different timing for everything, so it's a different enemy or a different person using a different weapon. You gotta get used to it. It's always gonna be different in PvP because of latency. Oh no, I didn't hit the bonfire wall. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit weird. Gonna have to run through here again. What we're gonna do, which is kind of weird, but we're gonna go kill Parl anyways. Then we'll just run all the way through here to get to Wet Nurse, because I still got the shortcut to her, but I didn't get the lamp at the end of Mikolash. So we'll see if we can get up there safely. I think it's fine. I'm pretty sure it's safe. All right. See if I can find it. This is the one we were watching last time. It's really long though. That's that. That recoil gives me phantom pain. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, if you haven't seen that, you definitely probably are like, what the hell is going on right now? probably are a little bit confused. That guy just basically he takes the laser gun game a bit too seriously. But I think that's a good thing personally because I mean he's getting way more excitement out of that game than someone else is. There could be little kids, tiny little kids that have never played a game playing that for the first time, and they're not even having as much fun as that guy. That guy's getting the best of the life, so why not? Why not, man? He doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's going hardcore on that game. He is enjoying the game more than the people that made it. He's enjoying the game more than the amount of money the people made off of making that game. And the characters in the game themselves. So, like, it's... Yeah. In Vain, what's up? How's it going? He's entertaining, though. Yeah, there's another one that's better than that, believe it or not. It's a little bit better. Alright, so we need the cocktails. We're going to have to go to Parlem. We're not going to use the fire paper. I'm going to open the link that Intran sent. He said I have to play this well at Parl. I don't know if it's like a song. Okay, we're gonna put this on right now. Copyright infringement inbound.
And it's too quiet in here.
You're listening to the new single from Carl Grimes. This is Carl Papa coming at you on the Hot Power 96.9 Box The Jam.
Beat.
I heard the gingerbread boy, 'cause he's pretend bread boy. Little cookie man never waved to me, so he got knocked out because I flow. Little jiggy jar jar dude, dur 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 dur. Man, I just flow, shoe shine. And no one wanted your stinking tiara, 'cause no one wanted your sticky chair. And why you always talk about the cool kids who take archery? Yeah, you're a shrinky dink. You get a funeral if you don't wise up and call me Carl Papa. Little jiggy jar jar dude, dur 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 dur. I threw a brick in the air. That shouldn't matter 'cause a brick is just a brick. Dark days, darker nights. I ain't down the hall without a light because I flow. Little jiggy jar jar dude, dur 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 dur. This whole thing where random dead people try to kill me's gotta go.
I'm gonna be honest, when this song started, I thought, hey, this might work on the playlist. And then the guy started sounding like he was, I don't know what that sounded like. But then I was like, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Sounds more like a meme. It doesn't really sound that serious. I almost thought, I'm like, this is starting out pretty good. Maybe I could put this on the playlist. And he's rapping about Jar Jar Binks and the gingerbread man. What the hell? Alright. Gotta go for Wet Nurse. We're gonna get 2 of these, a bunch of bolt paper. And then the last thing will be fire paper for Cleric. And we're gonna have to make that trip back through where Mikolash was, but it should be fine though. I think we're alright. I'm almost certain the skeletons don't reappear, but if they do, I should be alright still. Got the 39, that's good. It's kind of funny though that I actually didn't hit that lamp. This is the first time ever on this game, any challenge I've ever done where I've not hit that lamp. That lamp usually gets hit immediately. Because you physically have to like go back from that point if you don't have more of the marks. And I did it that way for so long where I warped back first, where I wouldn't have the choice of going out that doorway, even if I wanted to. But then I guess because I had the marks this time, it was the first time that I just didn't think about it. And I was like, okay, we're going to go get the materials. Doing an SL1 run to the last couple of days, you're pretty much as far as you, but you need to kill Demon Prince, and you're as far. The video of the Asian guy is so amazing. I didn't even look at the video. That so didn't fit the mood. Carl Papa, all rapping while dead people trying to kill him. Like zombies? The name of the song, Hitokiri, it's called Carl Papa. Like P-O-P-P-A. Oh, the bridge is gone. What? Is there, oh wait, we can go around this way. I almost walked off that though. That's interesting. I didn't think I realized that's where the bridge comes from. We gotta be rolling through here really quick. I think we still gotta deal with the mini dudes, so I might have to bait them back over here. Yeah, they still exist, so we're gonna get this guy over here. Mini dude patrol is on the scene right now. Angel Sword's going pretty good. How are you doing today? Could just went up the elevator, the second lift. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Well, we're already here. I could have just gone up the second lift, you're right. Oh wait, but no, it wouldn't have been sent down though. Did I send it down? Oh wait, maybe it would be there. Yeah, you have a good point. I think it would be at the bottom. Oh no. I'd have to pull the lever, but it would be like past the point. It would be at the very, very, very bottom, so I probably have to pull the lever to bring it back up, but it is active though. Yeah, sorry, Bull. I know you're cringing. So many other people are probably like, why did you do that, streamer? That's not necessary. I am so sorry that I didn't take the most efficient way. Maybe I just like the scenic route and living on the wild side. Maybe I love the danger. I'm just like, oh yeah, the fucking danger. Oh man, the unlikely outcomes. They're just making me so excited. I love it. Oh, the extreme. All the extreme going on. Complete joke if you kill him late game. Forbjock, what's up? Anyone know if there's a difference in difficulty if you kill Parl in the high poking jail? He's a little bit more difficult earlier on, depending on what your setup is. If you go to him with like minimal upgrades, then you're probably looking to get wrecked, definitely. But I mean, like, if you learn the fight, it's not the hardest fight in the game, even if you have low damage, but it's up there, though. He's really hard to keep in visibility of the camera angle, and usually you have to be underneath him, so it's hard to see what he's doing. You only get to see, like his ankles and, like, maybe his hands sometimes. It's really, really difficult to pay attention to what he's doing. That's the one aspect of it that makes it super weird, so... I think the best way you'd want to do Parl if you had to do it slow would be using punching cocktails on him, because he does run towards cocktails. Alright. We're on that anti-crybaby patrol right now. We're killing the crybabies. At least we're stopping them. Somebody say cringe. Oh no. Only kill him early if you're good at video games, yeah. I'm really good at Tetris. I killed Paul pretty early, yeah. I mean, they said that I could be good at any video game. It's like, oh, I'm really good at Hangman. Does that count? Fuck no. Are you stupid? I said Tetris. That should take some skill. I'm pretty good at Minecraft. Oh, you could definitely kill Parl early. Hell yeah, man. had a feeling we did the +8 on that again, dude. That's becoming like the worst thing ever. That's still pretty good though. GG. +8 wet nurse. Zeshby, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, it didn't need to be as hard as it was. Really didn't. Could have killed her like probably like 10 hits sooner or something like that. Have you know Minecraft is one of the hardest games you've ever played? Hey, it's probably harder than some stuff, man. I bet if you were really, really knowledgeable on that and you're playing like super hardcore speed runs, you'd probably be doing something, you know, that makes your brain work a bit, right? Yeah, we got to go back and get +10 immediately. How come Wet Nurse doesn't even use her actual arms to attack? Does she not have actual arms? I never paid attention to that. Here comes the hardest split of the game. Aatrox, do not even, man. That was so embarrassing. So bad. But I guess we can call it the hardest split for now. It's kind of suitable. Alright, what we're gonna do is level up. And then, wait, no, we gotta get the upgrades first. Let's do that. Festive, welcome back. What's up? 8-Bit, how have you been? You've been away for a couple of days, so you didn't get to see me actually complete the no-hit run, but glad to see you're doing the DLC as well. Yeah, we just been practicing the DLC, and then I did... This is the third ever no reset run, trying to do all the content together. Basically been just doing like one no reset run per day and a lot of DLC practice. I might do 2 today if this one becomes pretty bad, but we'll see. Or we might just practice the DLC again to finish off. But things are going well. How are you? Aiden, welcome back. Murtiger, Destral, and I think, yeah, I said hi to Visasi. Visasi was already here. Legit, Minecraft no-hit would be impossible? You think so? Oh man, my no-hit senses are tingling. To the no-hit mobile. Faraz is just like, Baba. It pulls up in like a Batmobile that has zeros all over it. And then, Colby Cheese is in a lab coat in the back of the no-hit mobile, and he's like, the numbers, Mason. And there's just a bunch of equations floating in holograms around his face. And then there's like Lev, and he's like no-hitting DS3, but he's not in the no-hit mobile. He's like running beside it because he's just so fast at no-hit runs now. He's just like speeding. He has like these like running shoes with zeros. He's got like moon shoes or whatever, and he's sprinting as fast as the no-hit mobile. And we're like the superheroes squad or whatever. Did you do less practice today? You've been working crazy hours. Didn't get to see the beginning. Intran, we did a little bit of less practice, yeah. I think I did like 2 complete runs of the DLC. 1 for 2 hits, 1 for 0. So after that it was fine, but we did reset quite a bit just to get past Ludwig because there was some issues in the beginning. And I don't know if there was one thing that I learned or not. I'm not sure if there's anything big to remember that I learned, but yeah. Alright. Do I have the bolt paper? I need the bolt paper. I need these, and then I'm not going to sell any sedatives this time. It's a bad idea. Been playing the beta. Yeah, the Destiny 2. Oh. Heard Colby, and for a split second thought I was talking about you. No, there's a lot of people that probably don't know who Colby Cheese is, and some people might not even know Lev, but they're part of like the original people trying to no-hit DS3. And Colby Cheese came up with one of the best strats on DS3 out of anybody. He was the person that figured out the Pontiff staircase with skulls, and the exact positioning, and like the aggro, and like the enemy behavior, all that stuff. And it was an accident too. He was trying to work on the strat for like 2 hours apparently, and then he accidentally died, or he didn't die. He went into a spot like before he was about to turn it off, and one of the Farron darts went over his head on a very specific part of the staircase, and then he just made the strat from accidentally finding it. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, he came up with a lot of good strats, but that was the best thing that he did. And without that, I don't think that people would have no-hit DS3 as soon as they did. Okay, no memes from patches this time. None of those shenanigans. Will your life be complete when you finish this run with 0 hits? Dude, my life will be probably pretty crazy, man. Like, there'll probably be a bunch of like cartoon characters that pop out of nowhere, and They're like, hey man, come with me to Cartoon Land, and I'll be like, sure, and like we'll like just have adventures and like kayak through rivers made of chocolate and fucking like stay up like forever and like ride on ponies that have sparkles on them, and everyone will always be streaming 24 hours in this alternate reality, and the ground will be made of like gummy bears, and tears will be made of like lemonade or something. I don't know. That's probably what'll happen after, I think. But no, I will be pretty happy, man. This is my favorite game, so no hitting all the content on it would be quite the nice conclusion to me playing it for the most part, because it was my favorite game on release and it still is right now. So it would be like nice to kind of put it down for a while with the idea that I did that. All right, run. Like I said before, the DLC is the best extra piece of content that I've ever seen for anything in my life. It's just so good. Like, even the parts of it that aren't that great are amazing compared to some of the DLCs in other Souls. It's really got no weak points. Like, it's just so good. Such a good value, too. Just gotta make sure I come back. There we go. We're good. Hockey dokie. Let's go. Let's do it. Honestly, thanks, man. Thank you for the good luck. DLC takes the difficulty level of Bloodborne to the next level. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. DLC is like, it's just such high quality original stuff too. Like the originality in it is ridiculous. There's no influence of anything prior in the DLC. Really, there's not. Like even inspiration-wise, I don't see any similarities to anything. It's so original. I'd say most of the entire game is original, but just like, man, it's such a good job with it. Had I take 4 hits last time, it just wasn't my day with that split, man. Sometimes weird things happen. I fucked up the initial setup with it, then I failed the backup plan many times. And it was for very silly reasons here and there, like being a little bit offset to the right side of her head, so I didn't get the visceral, even when I was doing the charge attack properly. You know, like getting frenzied on the way back was one of the 4 hits as well. There was only 3 actual mistakes on the fight, so it just wasn't my day. It was one of those days where stuff's gonna happen, man. It was very abnormal, but I screwed up the initial fight, and once you do that and have to go back, it becomes tilty. This is completely different. Is this world record pace, Gohawk? World record pace. I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I need more pellets. We about to be leveling up in here, though. I think that's good. Alright, let's go Cleric Beasts. Dude. I wish the rest of that soundtrack actually started. Macho Luke, Frida, and Gale are tied for you. I think Frida's a bit better of a fight than Gale, but Gale's more cinematic, though. Gale's pretty decent. Like, it's... DLC for DS3, the new one that came out, everything is pretty balanced in that as well. It's a very similar experience to this, but the thing is with this, I just think I think that they went a little bit more overboard on like how good it was, because they were planning to make it 2 DLCs and then they rolled it into 1, whereas the DS3 for DLC, or sorry, the DLC for DS3, second one, it felt like its own thing. It felt like it should have been 1 full DLC. Yeah, the one for this, you can tell it's like so much extra stuff that like you wouldn't expect to get for like 20 bucks or like 15 bucks, whatever. Frida has everything. Ariandel plus Frida, greater than ONS. I would say ONS are better than the phase 2 of Frida and Ariandel, but Frida and Ariandel are a better fight overall. Not a big fan of Souls games, just like your commentary, but you're thinking about getting Bloodborne because the combat looks fun. Well, if you do actually get it, let me know what you think about it. And I mean, keep in mind, if you are tempted to, there's a lot of people here that don't have a PS4 that would literally punch someone in the face for one. So like, if you're in the position to be able to get it, especially if it's like on sale or something, it might be worth it just to try. You never know. Because there's people that have contemplated getting a console just for this, and I know a lot of people that stream or even are just part of people's streams that have said they have gotten a PS4 on launch for this. So it's like, you know, it's pretty good. Why do Cleric Beast after Amygdala and not before Gascoigne? Because it's a lot easier later on. It saves the time if I was going to reset on something. I don't want to have extra time put into Cleric and then still reset to something earlier on, if that makes sense. When it literally takes like a quarter of the time now, and I'm probably not going to reset on it later in the game. So hopefully that answers the question with that. Most people who get a PS4 mostly for Bloodborne, great decision. Yeah, I already had one for a while, but yeah. Who do you need to punch? Lev, what's up? Were you here for that little mini rant about the no-hit people? Like you running in your 0-hit speedrun shoes alongside the no-hit mobile with Colby Cheese doing math equations and Raz driving with the Baba suit on, a big Baba head, Dog of Wisdom head. We play only Bloodborne so you get 0 hits, Kazi? Yes. Yeah, I usually focus on one thing at a time, man. Alright. So 3 and 3, that's good. I'm gonna save the last insight. And we need antidotes. Got a PS4 for Bloodborne, ended up not liking the game as much, so you didn't finish it. You haven't played it for over a year. Yeah, you were saying on your stream you were like interested in going back to it though, right? You guys can hate me now. That's okay, man. Like I know it's like it's a hit or miss. You either love it or you don't. I don't think there's a middle ground where you're like, yeah, it's kind of alright. It's usually just like really, really cool, or it's not your thing, yeah. Caprices, thank you for the congrats on Cleric Beast. Thank you, man. Welcome back. How's it going? Yeah, so little fun fact, but if you put that thing close enough to the cliff where I did, you can make that dude fall and he gives you 500. Or he falls on something that dies. Something dies for 500. And I know it's a little bit riskier of a setup with it, but like, I mean, I was a little bit late on that anyways. I think it's pretty cool. Should be safe if you do it right. Demon Soul Remaster, the dream, yeah. Friend convinced you to get Bloodborne when it was $20 for the game and the DLC, best 20 bucks. See, that's a really good deal. That's a really good deal, man. I think I paid 20 bucks just for the DLC, and I was saying to myself after, when I first started it, like, this is worth way more than 20 bucks. Like, they basically are like giving you the best deal ever right now. I almost assumed they were gonna raise the price after too, but like it's almost like its own game on the side. It's pretty damn good. Like the quantity and the quality are there. Haven't killed all bosses, so you might get back to it one day. Do it. Better stream it. Better do blind playthrough Blood Level 4 DLC. Panasaurus, welcome back. See, you made progress. Now you're only doing full runs. I'm doing practice of the DLC still, but if not today, if this run doesn't go that bad, we'll probably do like multiple runs tomorrow, maybe like 2 or 3. So we are doing full runs now. This is the 3rd full run we've done. It's no resets after Shadows. We're trying to get less than 11 hits on this at the moment. But we'll be back to Reset City pretty soon. Soon enough. Pay full price for the DLC, Sunwraith. Yeah, I would too. Like, honestly, it's that good. Because of my strats, you killed Orphan, Lawrence, and Moon Presence in one sitting? No way. No way. Well, to be fair, the strats for all of those things were a culmination of a bunch of people. It wasn't just me. I mean, there's some things I prefer to do a specific way, like Moon Presence, like the execution. I did personally that way because I prefer it that way, but all the other details and stuff like that is a bit of a bunch of different people inputting their opinions and their preferences. So I appreciate you saw me doing it and you were able to achieve that, but I can't take credit for like the exact strats I do for every single thing. There's some things I have done myself, like 100%, but those fights, I mean, there's a lot of effort, a lot of little details that have been submitted by a bunch of different people, right? Poison fully building doesn't count as a hit in Trand. No, because it's from water, so it's environmental. If I get poison from an enemy's attack, then that's a hit from an enemy. Trying to avoid hits from enemies. The water itself I don't count as something that's an enemy. So I don't see that as being anything but environmental. Do a blood level 5. Be super hipster and do BL5. That's a good idea. Wanted to do SL1 for all Soulsborne games starting with DS3, but you got stopped by Gale and Midir. Midir took me so long to beat, man. Midir was a really good challenge. 7 hours of attempts across 2 days to get him. Honestly, like it. And then once I figured it out, I was like, okay, I'm probably never gonna get hit by this again. Or like at least most of the time. He was pretty simple after a while. He was definitely not the worst boss on the DLC. Alright, let's go. This is where we need a lot of the elixirs. Just gonna use all of these. And then that's enough. Alright. Cool. And then this is where I have to remind myself again, I would much rather I'd prefer going from Old Hunter's Workshop, man. Getting poisoned by BSB without actually getting hit counts, yes. Because that's part of her attack. She does this AoE attack. So, if you get hit by the poison on it, from it actually successfully going up all the way, it is a hit. Since it's actually an attack in her moveset. If there was water in the arena on the floor and it wasn't an enemy, you couldn't kill the water, obviously, then no. But like, water doesn't even count as a trap to me because it's naturally occurring. Like, traps are things, you know, like the ball in Catacombs, for example, or like the pressure plates that shoot like things at you, or like the crucifixions are traps to me, stuff like that. But the water that's just naturally there that like fills an entire area is not an enemy to my, like, I mean, you could use antidotes, whatever, but you still can't do a no damage run unless you do NG+, because the fall damage, so there's no point of counting that. It's just too specific. Like, it's better to just keep it simple, right? Like, anything from an enemy is a hit. pretty doable with an upswinging greatsword. Did you do headshots and riposte? Somehow got it in 2.5 hours SL1 without the riposte. Dude, the way I killed Midir was so slow. I went for, I made this method where you go for his tail half the time, and then at the beginning, you go for his head. And then once it's possible for him to do an attack that can go underneath him, you cancel it by going to his tail. And I did a combination of what you're talking about, but you don't get the head stun if you do it that way, so it was really slow. And then I think for actual runs, for no-hit attempts after that, I was doing the same. I still kept the same thing because I figured out the proper quantity of head hits that you needed to do with still combining the tail strats to kind of save yourself. Just in case, because you could still do like a couple tail hits and then not lose the stun on the head, but you'd lose a little bit of damage potential on it, since obviously some of that damage would be dealt through the tail. But it's really safe to do that in case he starts doing that attack, or if he, like, because like out of certain attacks he has the tendency to do those pursuer things, and you can avoid it preemptively if you force like a different range for him to do a different attack with like his tail or something like that. So I was kind of countering that by doing the tail hits, and it probably saved me on the actual run. I think it might have saved me on the actual run. Run and hit his tail. Yeah, it takes so long though. Really lengthy to do that. Midir level 20 with nothing but Pestilent Mercury. You're confident in killing him with anything and dodging it all. Pestilent Mercury. I heard about that. Hum Deladum, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back. Cellophane, what's going on? Guy who killed Midir, no damage without sprinting, blocking, and rolling. Yeah, that's probably Ptolemy. He made this really funny meme too. I remember on his stream he made this thing. He's like, okay, so people are asking like how I did this, so I made a guide, and it was a Microsoft like Paint where like he had drawn a really shitty quality Midir and put like a red circle and then like a stick man or something like that, and I was laughing so hard when I saw that. And it's like, stand here, don't do this. It's like really simple. But yeah, he like made a meme out of the strats for it, I remember. Yeah, he's very cool. He's done a lot of crazy no-roll stuff. Like, if you're into no-rolling runs, he's pretty much the originator of that idea. At least that I know of. Like, in terms of, like, a documented run, I think he was the first person to do no-rolling runs. He did get the first level 4 no-rolling on Bloodborne, too, so. Well, it was very funny, yeah. It was like the cheekiest picture ever, like honestly, like you literally, people actually wanted help and you just make a Microsoft Paint picture. My god, like the characters in the drawing were so funny looking. But yeah, he's pretty good at that shit. And it's kind of convenient that Midir actually is really easy to no-roll compared to a lot of stuff. Like Demon Prince no-roll is so RNG heavy in comparison. Half-Light's pretty annoying too, from what I know. Gale was more so just like, it didn't look like it was as grindy. It looked like it was a little bit more straightforward, just knowing like how to not get certain follow-ups in phase 3. And then like, yeah, I don't know, it's still really impressive though. I think the DS3 no-hit main game, like Cinder and Princes, are the hardest. I did no roll up until Cinder and it was completely miserable, man. It was not fun. Not fun at all. Everything was okay until Princes, and then I got Princes, and Cinder I got many times very close, and I was just like, nope, not enjoying this anymore. If you go for the head, of course, yeah, you gotta hit him in the head a lot. Sir Alone No Roll was awesome as well. I didn't even watch that one. I didn't know that he did that. I saw the uploads for DS2, and I saw the Ivory King. and Fume Knight. Fume Knight seemed like I tried to imagine it in my head, and I'm like, okay, this will probably be pretty simple. But Ivory King was like, oh, dude. At first, when I clicked it, I thought he had actually gone through the first part of the fight no roll every time, just to get like maybe one piece of information and then die and then go back again and try to no roll and play around with all those the Charred Lois guys. But he was saying that he had to do the regular strats for the beginning, and then yeah, I don't know, like I couldn't imagine that. But yeah, anyways, Emily Mason, welcome. God Tier Psych, welcome back. Bin, what's going on? How are you doing? I'm back, dude. Yeah, I don't think we can level again before this. Oh, we got the cage though, never mind. I always forget the cage till this point. So we should be able to. Then I'm gonna get the extra 2 of these for Canehurst right after. Even though I know we're not going there, I just want to do it. Oh, you know what? I gotta spend that 1 extra insight too. I almost forgot. So, no, I only need 5 for Canehurst. I think we figured we can do that. Or 3, so 2 on the way, and then 3 when I'm actually there is all I need. And then we'll do 1 more of these to get rid of the rest of the stuff. Okay, let's go. I didn't even consider I'm gonna have to go back to the fight as well, so scratch everything I said about elixirs. I still need 2 more. Oh man. Oh man, why are your messages not considered of value, Colpster? I didn't see what you said, I'm sorry. Someone reads the message right under yours. What's going on? I'm sorry, Colpster. I read the thing that you said with 2.5 hours. I read the thing right before that. How dare you even say I'm not paying attention? I elaborated on the 2.5 hour question. I can never win, man. You know what? I need more mods that actually appreciate me. Mods that love me. This is abuse. I'm putting my foot down right now. I am under so much pressure. Do you even understand what's going on right now? How dare you? Yeah, Faraz understands. He doesn't hassle me. He just talks about Fat Princess and Dadu thinking soup's not a food. That's way cooler than being like, yo man, like you didn't read the message right underneath the one that like you just read, so yeah, like, oh, there's a message after that? Okay, I absolutely wrecked. Irreparable damage. Roasted beyond belief. Charcoal is imminent. I am turning to charcoal right now from how much you just roasted me. It burns. Please stop it. Oh man, Colpster unleashed the barrage of doom on me. Can't play. I read your message now. Okay, calm down. I will. I gotta pay attention. Keep in mind, I want to do this split properly. It's Witch's split. Should be doing it well. So understand this. It's for the greater good. Even if they tell you that's nonsense, it's for the greater good. I promise you. Okay, we'll use a regular hunter's mark here. That sounds good. Get out of there. Why do you go in the witches and warp out, handsome wizard? What's up? Because If you have 1 insight in that fight, it adds a lot of extra enemies to it. And if you have 0 insight, it's just the witches. Fat Princess is an amazing game. I know I have this like little joke between me and Faraz, like I just make fun of Fat Princess for some reason. I don't know. I don't even know much about it. I've heard it's a really good game. I had a really good friend that told me it's worth playing a long time ago when it first came out. He played it on PS3 or something. He was like, dude, this is like a really, really good game. Check it out. And I believe it's good. I am in no position to say Fat Princess sucks or anything like that. And I just popped all my wisdom, so we're gonna be buying things ahead of time now. I guess 2 more of these, and then definitely more of the papers too. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Cool. Oh, we gotta go get the rune as well. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, Froz, are you streaming today or are you taking today off? I forgot to ask. I think, didn't you stream yesterday and I just missed it? Because you weren't live before I started on my list, but then it said that you were. And I didn't see you on the follow list. Could have been a glitch, but I was like looking for it and I couldn't find it. Insane fight, so extreme. Should make a gif of the... A GIF should make a GIF of last hits on each boss. Okay, today was your day off. All right, sounds good. Can't be stopped. Pure and simple mahogany. Dude, I can be stopped. What runes do you use on a no-hit run, Cellophane? The Metamorphosis that uses the endurance from patches. Beast from the dude in Cathedral, Lower Cathedral. And Clawmark from that guy that we just grabbed right there until we get to the DLC. Then in the DLC, we get the Covenant rune that has the extra beast hood from Lawrence. Alright. Which reminds me, you just asked that. I was about to skip to Upper Cathedral and waste more time, but I gotta put the runes on now. Because that's not a good idea to leave them. And for this, I think we're gonna remain 46 with the level. Whew. Wait, I got the plus 10, right? I think I did that. Gotta make sure. I don't want to have like Gimp Abritus. We had a Gimpy Abritus. It had plus 8 on it. The fuck is a GIF? Apparently, GIF is pronounced GIF. Like the G is pronounced with a J sound. We started at the exact same time yesterday? Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I was kind of like pissed off. I'm like, is it not showing that you're live or something? Did that fight first time with 44 insight? I wonder if there's any other fight where things get harder. I've been told actually if you have more insight on other fights, it doesn't really matter. It's just Witches is the only one that changes. And there's a lot of misconceptions about insight, but I know that in the area, in Hemwick and in Cathedral, over 15 I think is not good to have. So, have you heard of the Mandela effect? Yes, I know what the Mandela effect is. All right. Gotta get the goobers. Things get really sketchy when that guy's on the pillar and half of his back is exposed to it, because if you don't if you try to face him the way where the pillar is kind of like on your side, it's not good enough. You have to imagine the pillar's not there and you're still perpendicular with his back or whatever, or he will turn sooner because of it. You sometimes even have to offset it even further behind the pillar. Or he'll turn faster and it's really fucking weird. Betox, do you track your total tries until you get 0 hit? Nah, man. It's at least on this run in total we have done I think maybe like we've done 3 runs, no reset after shadows. I probably reset maybe like 10 times between the 3 of them so far. But before that, I mean, so we've been streaming Bloodborne for like a month and a half or more now. We probably played through like hundreds of resets at least. All the other runs we've done, so. I don't know. The tries aren't really important to me because anything can reset around, so. Doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. Same with speedruns too. Like when people count those, I don't really think it's necessary. There's a macaroni, GG. Got a nice gift for your girlfriend. Oh god. Was it a big jar of blue Jaderade? How goes the run, by the way? Big stream today, NP. Are you saying you're doing a big stream? What do you mean by big stream? Things are going pretty well, dude. I think we're probably gonna stick with this run unless like there's a lot to improve on. But, yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm like a magnet to you. You can't stay away. You're back, Hornet. All right. Alrighty, then. Sounds good, dude. Welcome back, Hornet. Okay, what do we need? We need some... We need a lot of elixirs for the DLC, and I don't need that many pellets for Lugarius. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get an extra elixir now, so you have 7. Save 2 from that potentially, and then that'll be 2 right off the bat for the DLC. We'll get more after Logarius. I'm gonna get the insight from Annalise as like that new strat, and then we're gonna spend the rest on this stuff. Get 1 fire paper extra for Ludwig. Level up. Alright, gotta get to Canehurst now. I think I'm gonna use the peachy elixir on this part and not just go YOLO. Because yesterday we didn't have as much insight, we fucked up a lot, so just gonna use the peachy elixir. Or I guess you could call it a peachy elixir. Pretty much it's just like a smart way to do it. Take this one seriously, you never know, Aatrox, and I have little confidence in it, man. It's not like I'm trying to be negative. There's a certain level of practice you have to get where you actually feel capable, and I don't think it's there yet. I think we're close, but it's not. We're not at that velocity with the DLC, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine with me, man. We're trying to beat 11. That's the realistic goal right here. I appreciate though that you want me to take it serious. I'm trying to play pretty good. Hopefully it is seeming that way. Abos, what's going on, man? Looks like we do. How did you know? How did you know that? It might actually be fast enough where I can run there every time and it's not even risky. I'm just assuming it is. But I did hear the one big dude swing the last time. Like, he was aggroing me, so... that could have been bad if I didn't make it in time or something like that. And if that dude's behind the thing right there, it's not sketchy if you have the elixir. It's perfectly fine. That macaroni blew your mind. could happen. Gotta try. Yeah, I am gonna try, man. I'm gonna try my hardest. You have to understand how difficult this run is, though. Even the stuff that has nothing to do with the DLC, it's very difficult. And even if you're capable, it doesn't mean that you're going to do it because you're a human and you have biological fucking setbacks, man. And I've always said this before, if you're a robot, you still could fail unless you're scripted to adapt to every possible change in something outside the set of program variables that you actually know. So if you're not like, even using tool assistance for this run, you could still fail. A tool-assisted machine could still fail at this run. As silly as that sounds. Because you still have to program the perfect things to do on frames, but if it's not anticipating change enough, then, I mean, you can only do so much. Finish all the normal bosses before doing the DLC. We do all the normal stuff except for Gurman and Moon Presence before the DLC. I haven't played Bloodborne in a while, but was Castle an optional area? Yeah, Canehurst is kind of an Easter egg, man, because you have to go get the envelope with the summons, the Canehurst summons, to make the chariot appear. But you also have to stand in the exact spot where the chariot appears with that item in your inventory. So it's one of those things I think they made as like a little fun side note, where if you had that item and you're in the right place, you would have it, it would appear, right? So yeah, Canehurst summons, you're not necessarily going to find it. If you do find it, you might not walk into that exact spot of Hemwick on the playthrough, because you might have gone through there already and had no business being there, so it would just be very lucky to discover it. You'd probably hear about it from someone else, and I think they might have written an article on it. They usually write articles shortly after release on areas that are almost impossible to find. Like Painted World in DS1, I think might have had one. I know that Archdragon Peak in DS3 did have one. Not so sure. I think they might have made one for the Frigid Outskirts in DS2, how to unlock it and all that stuff. Because that's very unorthodox as well. Because they knew that, like, and also the way that you actually access every DLC, they always make notes, like official release notes on how to do it. Because they hide it in the playthrough to make it kind of feel, you know, authentic instead of just like, go to this option on a menu or something. Are you playing through regardless of restarting? Yeah, we're doing a no reset run after Shadows, man. So we're trying to get less than 11 hits on this run. That's what we're doing right now. Badenborg, Bloodborne, or DS3? I like Bloodborne better. Oh, I wasn't supposed to buff there. That's okay. We have more fire papers anyways, so good thing I realized that before I had the pellet. Pretty straightforward though, Gary. It's GG. I like the thing where you don't have to buff. Or like immediately, because then you don't have to wait for the extra timer. It's like you can pick wherever you want to be. You can be very, very close to him and still buff, and sometimes it's kind of safe to make that call, so I like that. It's really good. You don't need the lamp for this. I think I might run back though anyways. We'll do that. Alright, DLC time. Let's go. Backstab always seems on the late side. Are you talking about like on his charge up, or are you talking about the visceral? Oh, we already got the insight by just being in here, I think. So you open the door and then immediately you get the insight. Why do you see the queen? You get 3 free insight from it, man, if you have the crown on and you open this place. I think Lord Arian told me it yesterday, and then she doesn't take the crown, so you can resell it for the 35k still. And on a run where you're like really behind on insight, this one thing is gonna probably save you. Like if the midget dude blocked all the elixirs in Mensis, like the 2 that you pick up on that ledge, or maybe you just like had to redo a fight on a limited hit run, or maybe you had to go back and you already wasted pellets. It's a pretty good backup plan, I guess, and just for like the extra stuff that you would need. Smirker Lurker, thank you very much, by the way, and welcome back. Okay, so we got the 50 skill, that's good. And then we're gonna want... I think we have enough elixirs right now for everything, but... Oh, no, we wasted a bunch of them. What am I talking about? Yeah, we're gonna want to roll into here with a bunch more. So I'm gonna buy 4 right now. It's 5 total, and then we have the 1 fire paper. So if we have to, we can go back with lightning paper for Ludwig, which is actually pretty good, to be honest. It's not that big of a deal. Or I could buy fire paper, but I want to save just in case. Okay, I think I have everything considered. If it were you, you'd always try the backstab earlier so he doesn't AoE. Well, I'm trying to get more damage, Sand. I know the exact amount of time that buff takes. I would have enough time to miss, and potentially still escape the range of the AoE. Or, I mean, maybe not escape, because it's a pretty big blast, but like, we still have about 3 full seconds or more after the point of where I've hit him. And the reason I always do a late visceral is so it doesn't do a burrito hit and then miss the window of the animation, so it confirms. It's only on backstabs. On actual viscerals at a parries, you want to be immediate, but you still want to have like a feel that you're not going to swing from outside the range and then make a mistake with not getting it. It's kind of weird, dude. It's really hard to explain that to somebody that's never played this or doesn't know the specifics of what I'm talking about, because you'd assume you could just walk up and do it, but sometimes if there's certain conditions, you will hit them regularly and you will not do a visceral animation. So I like to walk into the object briefly, or walk away from it, walk back in so it confirms it 100%. Otherwise, the game can get confused and think you're just doing a regular swing in the same spot where you could typically get the visceral, but it just doesn't work for some reason. Change up your approach to shadows in the past week or so. Seems like you don't rip there much anymore. Well, we're not really resetting that much on this run yet, right? So there's that reason right there. But you didn't change up anything too crazy. Just got a little bit better at like being really careful with the setup. Like I told myself, if it takes like 4 pellets on shadows, it takes 4 pellets. Whatever it takes to guarantee the setup, if I make it to that point. Edgelord 5K, thank you very much for the host, man. Welcome back. DJ Ness, welcome back. Thanks for the good luck. So if you get this no-hit run, are you going to try Bloodborne no-hit dungeon NP? No, I'm not doing Chalice Dungeon. I have no interest in Chalice Dungeon. They're not even that fun to me normally, so probably not. You have the damage and timing figure. I know it looks kind of sketchy with how long he's charging up for, but he has a pretty long charge. And on this run, if you even had a slim chance of getting no hit on the main bosses with Logarius included, you would have to internally feel the timing. You'd have to be able to feel it physically within your heart, man. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but your muscle memory would have to be so attuned that you can just close your eyes and know the timing. Or know the sound cue or whatever the hell, you know, like anything like that. Very important. That's why when you whiff a backstab, it's like an insult because you know exactly when to land it. All the execution timing can be perfect, but the angle could be off by like a millimeter. There's such a fine range where you have to do it. It's almost like, wow, a slap in the face, right? That's when I get really mad, when the angle of a swing is off by such a slight amount that it whiffs, or it doesn't land a backstab. That it's really, really cringy if that happens. Get the Zabimaru weapon? What is the Zabimaru weapon? Alright, big dude did instant shot. That's good. Frosted, welcome back. How's it going, man? So, I mean, it's probably not really worth mentioning, but I'm going to put the bolt paper on in case. Just, why not, you know? Bolt paper shouldn't really make a big difference on this. I've tested it before. But we're going to do it if we have to rebuff or something is... You know, if we have to go back, I'm not going to buy more fire paper. We're going to have to just do it with bolt. Alright, don't turn. Ah, it's okay, whatever. $420 each hit. Oh god. Poyos, you don't do costs on this run? Yeah, we're doing Orphan, man. Baby Blue Rage is Orphan. Comes third last split of the game, I think. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, someone wanted me to get a sound clip for a sub alert of the dude that's on the floor with this. Wait 1 second. Let me talk to him. This guy right here. Someone said get this as your sub alert. This guy laughing. On this run, Ludwig's weak to everything. Well, bull paper doesn't make a gigantic difference. It's like Orphan. Although it's kind of weird because Ludwig's not... I don't know if he's strictly considered beasts, but I do know that... yeah, it's kind of similar to that. It's really weird. We have 1 elixir for this. I'm going to have to make a trip back. What is this? Blood vial. Okay, yeah, I got to make a trip here. I forgot to. I thought we'd have extra elixirs, but I used another one on the ladder guy. Just because... Ugh. Can I show your stats? Show my stats, Panda? Yeah, or Pand QQ. I don't know if I said that right. 63 right now is what we're at. We got a level anyways right here, so we're just gonna get some elixirs quick. I think I might grab like 4. 4 total sounds pretty good, and then 1 more pellet. Decent idea. And we'll sell the crown. I forgot to sell the crown right now. You know what? Actually, I might hold on to that for later. Although technically, no, we get the cost parasite. I wouldn't mind the extra damage right now, because on my practice file I don't have access to that. I've already gotten rid of it. So we'll sell all the stuff we can right now. I guess some other levels. It's quite a bit of echoes right there. So I'm gonna get some fat levels right now. I gotta cap it at 39 though for Moon Presence and German just in case. I guess though technically I could homeward bone if 40 is too much. I could try 40 on it. Let's see, but we got 35 right now. It's pretty decent. I want to try an elixir for this strat just to be safe, but I don't really think it's gonna make a big difference. So that's why I have 4. But yeah, I really want to try an elixir for the strat after Lawrence. We might as well. Prepare to cry what's going on. Everyone's a bot. Yeah, of course everyone's a bot. This is absolutely crazy. You feel like you know the game inside out and you haven't even bought the game yet, Nabi? Well, I have been playing it for like the last over a month, man, with the reasoning behind it of trying to get no hit runs. So obviously, like when you do a no hit run, you don't see the game the way that like someone plays the game normally. You see it like in numbers, in speed, shapes, you know, fucking patterns, fucking directions, hitboxes. It's like math, man. It's more of like an analytical or methodical perspective strictly than, hey, like that dude has a sword, I'm gonna try to hit him. Oh no, I got hit. I'm like thinking of what's the shape of the sword? How long is the hitbox, the furthest point? If he does this swing, do I think, is it gonna track me perfectly? You know, stuff like that, right? Is the ground affected by him hitting the ground? Am I gonna get staggered by the floor around the weapon? Is this going to possibly be something I can't iframe twice in a row rather than just space the second hit? Like, it's a lot of stuff like that. Really depends on how you look at it, man. But I'm not seeing it the same way as you, so it's not really a fair comparison in that sense. That elixir timer was a lot longer than I thought it would be. Kind of bothered me right there. Just for a little bit of time, I was bothered by the amount of time on that elixir. Alright, we should be safe from Mega Rat right there. So I'm gonna hit this up. I think we're cool with that. And getting excited until Alan is dead. Why, dude? This, you can't like consider this to be a potential run. Think about how much time I put in the DLC. Nothing in comparison to other stuff. We haven't even put that much time into the main game compared to any percent. Think about how many any percents we've done. Fuck Alan percent confirmed. Oh wait, Colby is here. Rip run. Yeah, exactly, man. All right, we have 3 elixirs left. I can send this. I didn't send it down right away, but it shouldn't matter. And I want to try an elixir on this part too, just to be a little bit faster. So what we were saying we're gonna do, take all the items off, and I'm gonna use the elixir from my menu. So there's no way I can switch the item right here. So I'm always going to be right until I have a better muscle memory built around doing this little part, because I've been fucking up with the items, the spot for them, and all that. A little bit slow. It's all right though, I think. Yeah, I really believe that the elixir doesn't help that. I really believe it doesn't. But my timing wasn't amazing on the beginning. It was okay. If it was like a second later, it probably would have been fucked up. This is the run, then you don't know what life is, Nabby. Me either, man. Me either. Alright, we gotta go screw around with Lit Larry. I think what I'm gonna do for Lawrence is, we have to make the trip back anyways. I'm just gonna replace that extra elixir we used. So I have 2. 2 is actually pretty good. That's all right though. We'll just, yeah, we'll go with that. That's better. Why not have more? So I want to make sure that I don't have to stop off after Maria. I think before Maria, for like beast meter reasons, we're probably going to stop off on this one. Things seem good, but only because I want the meter to build a bit faster. Just in case, you never know. And then we're not buffing on Lawrence right away, I don't think. No, we're not going to pull that because I don't want to have that tricky animation timing with the 30%. So we're not going to do that. Mind Trick, did I say hi to you? What's up, man? Anyone that popped in that I didn't get to say hi to, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good day. Predatorious, stop killing the wife. The doll. Someone was saying earlier, Doll's revenge should be Maria split. I thought that was a pretty funny idea, actually. Hawks, what's up, man? Getting them points, though. Appreciate anyone that dropped the follow as well. I noticed you've been following for 5 hours. My God, 5 hours of this stream. And your brain is not corrupted yet. Miraculous. Maybe it is, though. Maybe I'm just overlooking that detail. Hitbox on his weapon with that is so fucking creepy, man. I don't like how it does that. Alright, Lit Larry time, let's go. So Larry, GG. Pretty good RNG for the start of phase 2 as well. GG. Now I got the Beast rune. Looking pretty sketchy. Looking like some Michael Jackson music video beast shit, man. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. The Zega, what's up? How's it going? I think you're the only... Jova, I don't know if I said hi to you. I might have. So close, Laser? Ah, we're definitely not close, man. We got a lot to go. Not even slightly. Alright, we're gonna go for... I guess we'll go for elixirs after. So I'm gonna make that trip before Maria, I think. We need Hunter's Marks, though. We definitely need Hunter's Marks on this shit. That's a good idea. We should level up again, too. Let's do that very quickly. Alright, Oh, what do I want to do? I want the Beast rune. Would you prefer to get the run later, or would now be just as good? I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't feel like I deserve it right now. I definitely don't feel like I deserve it. So, that's my answer to that. It's as simple as that. Alright, let's go for the marks. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Get 2 of those. Bullets? Okay, we're good. Let's go. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, blood bullet. I'm on a ladder. You're on my Citisis? What's going on? Citisis? Your name is so hard to pronounce, man. I've said your name before, I think, but... Whose emote is that? CJ Ride? Never heard of that dude before. Molotov. Yeah, then there's like the random Molotov thing too. Also, if anyone ever sees me forget anything on this run, I know it kind of goes without being said, but if there's a particular detail you remember me mentioning before that I need to remember, or anything you think that you could suggest, go for it. It's completely fine. I would actually prefer that, I think.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Harambe.
Teddy, I'm going to thank you for that right after this, dude. Right after this, I'll thank you, I promise. Harambe. I think I saw a Harambe emote kind of recently. The strafing, though. Teddy, thank you for the, I think that was 11 months, wasn't it? Holy shit, dude. Thank you very much for the 11 months. Yeah, it was. Continue to enjoy your emotes in your Hood of Edge, dude. You got 1 month until you got the gold hood. That's pretty insane. Continue to enjoy your emotes, your Hood of Edge, all that stuff. Yeah, that was good RNG. They didn't do stupid asteroids, and he gave me the parry chance right away. Although I've started to notice he does start with that swing very often. I'd say it's more than 50% of the time. If I whiff the parry, though, I'm dead. I don't see myself being able to get close enough to succeed with the visceral unless I'm that range, and if I miss the parry, I'd be dead. So I have to fucking just hone in on that window, dude. I don't even have like a strict reference for it yet where I've been paying attention to a point in like the swing where I'm like, okay, his elbow's at this angle, I'm gonna go for it now. But I'm starting to feel the timing for the parry a little bit more. It's gonna take a while though. I'm probably gonna miss a lot of them in the future. All right, we're gonna go for I don't think we really need more pellets right now, actually. Let's get 2 more of these. I'm gonna pop some insight. Get 3 of them just in case. Oh, we already have 3 of them. Alright, well, actually, you know what? Then I'll just do 2 fire papers for after. Yeah. Then we can't really spend these echoes. Not really a way to do that. How much skill do we have? Or strength? We have 37 right now. We're ahead by a little bit. That's pretty good. Repeat what you did on the PB? Yeah, man. Like, are they really easy? Failures are pretty easy, but the biggest danger for failures is when you enter the fight. That dude flailing his arms is kind of an issue, and then there's a time-sensitive case where if you don't kill them within 20 seconds, you basically have to reset the fight because there's a 3rd one that spawns. So you have to do it pretty quick. Don't want to make any bad calls. You also want to make sure you reset the fight if the one that is the caster summons the asteroids, but it's not really that high of a chance, I'd say. Probably like 30% or less of the time from what I've done so far. Alright, gotta get good. This is a really hard fight, so I wouldn't be getting hopes up too much. Very, very, very difficult. What do I kill the doll always? Man, there's a command for that. There is a command. Is this first run, Turco? Technically, it actually is, yeah. That's kind of funny you mentioned that. It is legitimately. That was a fucking tricky fight, man. My god. My god, dude. My brain was going in fucking loops there. Holy shit. God damn it. Rip chair, that's the worst thing. Raptor, what's up? How's it going, man? Yeah, that was fucking testy, dude. Man, I'm telling you, the thought process, I wish there was a neuroscientist that was fucking measuring brainwaves on this shit, dude. Honestly, some of the fucking thoughts, fucking activity in the brain must be like weird as fuck, honestly. Like that was testy, dude. That was so testy. That was worse than any practice we've had so far. That was all the bad things you don't want happening, pretty much. Like an excessive amount of all the bad things you don't want happening. Jenkins, what's up? How's it going? Is the middle column this run? The left column's this run, right column's the best run that I've done. And right hand is the PB. Alright, we can use the elixirs right now. We can just run through here. Fontatas, what's going on? Ain't gonna do it. The naysaying. Yeah, man, like I said, I don't believe I deserve it at this point, but I'm trying my best. I'm putting my best effort in. Thinking of getting the Kin Cold Blood, but I think just for like discipline and kind of how it would work on a real run, we wouldn't have the access to it, so I'm not going to do it. Even though it would help this run, I'm not going to do it. Because it's a bad example of how it would go down if I didn't get the shortcut. But I kind of have to. I don't really want to run through there again. Gonna finish the run right now, Leon. Yeah, we're going to see what happens on this. Definitely. When Miyazaki names his next game. That's pretty funny. Alright, so what are we looking for? No elixirs on this. We're fine. We need a lot of pellets. A lot of pellets, man. More fire paper, too. I'll get 3. 3 fire paper should be fine. We might have to go back as well. So, I'm going to get more hunter's marks for this. Oh, I already have 2. Never mind. Okay, I'm good. We are Gucci. It is perfect. Let's level up. 39, perfect. That's pretty good. And then we could probably keep our levels there for the rest of the stuff. Seems good. I don't want to overshoot it on 40 and then get a random number on Gearman, so. Alright, Lighthouse. I think that's where we're going, yeah. Alright. Didn't I just start practicing DLC last week? Started practicing it over the weekend, I think on Saturday. Luckily, the DLC's not like as big as an entire run. It's still shorter than any percent by about 50%. So, I mean, it's hard, but like it's tangible though. We worked pretty hard on it. We did a full stream of literally just DLC the first day. Then we did half a stream of DLC, or like 60% of the stream was DLC yesterday. Then today we did 2 full runs of the DLC with a bunch of resets to get less than 2 hits at least. We got 2 and then we got 0 on 1, and then we did this run right now. But yeah, man, I think the routing for the DLC is fine at this point. Okay, before we even get into this too much, I'm just gonna queue up this in case. God damn it, dude. That fucking popped in my face before it even passed me. I'll take that. I've actually been hit by that quite a few times on practice so far, but that was weird though. It popped in my face beforehand, so I can't really explain that. I don't even know. I don't think I would do anything different there. That could have been something like an object or whatever. That was super weird though. It might have been just like, what's it called? A tricky range or whatever. I might have been just too close, and depth perception could have been an issue, but it's highly unlikely though. Like, that's very, very weird if that happened. But it's perfectly fine. I mean, it's better than getting wrecked by something else, right? But it's just really weird that that angle happened on that. Like, usually I wouldn't be too shocked about something like that, but yeah, very, very weird. Still a fucking killer first run, no resets though. Alright, we got 2 more left, and then we pretty much take away 10 hits if we're perfect. The ultimate green clickbait run coming up. That's like one of those things where you can't really practice that. It could have just been so specific with like the placement that it exploded sooner by like a fraction of a second. But I pressed the timing for it. It exploded before it even looked like it hit the character. I have no idea what that was. He didn't look extremely close. He looked far enough away where I've dodged that range before, so I don't think I'd do anything different there. Also, this guy's really hard to hit. Holy shit. He's got a little bit less pressure now. That's good. Not that it really was that way. Like I said, I don't deserve it yet, but still probably sub 5. Maybe, man. Maybe. Yeah, it would be pretty hard to tilt from that, because like I have no idea how that happened. That's actually very confusing. And I don't think it'll be a problem anymore. I think we'll be fine from that. It seemed like a one-off, like really, really weird angle that he threw it on and very close.
A bottomless sea.
Bad luck? I wouldn't say it's bad luck. I would say that either I didn't learn something, and it's still really just hard for me to understand what it could be. The only guess I'd have for that is my range was so much closer by the tiniest bit that it exploded sooner than later, but he looked like he was like a good 10 feet away. Like, I've dodged that range. I've dodged closer than that range from what I remember, and it's been fine. But it, like, popped before it actually physically hit the character, it looked like. The Miyazaki placenta, yeah, man. He's got, like, the detonate button on it. Some, like, dynamite shit. Yeah, man. Alright, we're gonna go for more pellets, definitely. We need a lot more of that stuff. And we'll put a solid effort in for the end, because don't want to ruin the run. Definitely don't want to ruin the run. It's very good. Blame the non-existing man bun. It's probably because Cobster's here, man. It's a Cobster placenta. That's what it is. Okay, I could put 40 in. We're just gonna go for the 39, because like I said, even if I could dick around on this one now, I don't really feel like doing that. I think we're gonna take it a little bit serious. Go for 20. Yeah, we had a really sketchy Ludwig, really sketchy Maria, pretty normal fishing village, slightly sketchy reset hall, or not reset, research hall, and everything else was normal, so we could probably get a better run of the DLC and another run in the future anyways. Like, if we get better RNG just on Maria alone, and Orphan maybe, like, that's pretty clutch. I think we'll be fine. some very, very good practice. Okay. Now I'll do the rest for bone marrow. Would have been crazy that, you know, hit DLC for the first time and then next run you get 0 chances over the minimal, but still ridiculously good. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I did keep my promise of being better today, so that's very good. Most important part is, like, learning from mistakes, and I'm going to have to go back to that clip and play it a bunch of times to look at it, because like, usually when I get hit by something, I can tell exactly what the circumstance was, what I did differently, whatever. I'm pretty confused about that exact instance. It's borderline Miyazaki button, but it's still new because the DLC hasn't been in this run for a while, so only until recently. It wasn't even in the run, so I can't say that it could be Miyazaki button. It probably is something with my placement. Just got to go back and watch it though, because I have no idea. That was really weird. He got some like airborne fucking time right there. He like did like a little bit of a fucking like jump, man. He's doing some BMX. We got off-road German right now. Damn. All 11 projectiles from German's blunderbuss hit you, yeah. That was a pretty good bad RNG German, I must say. Okay, now we don't have to worry about resetting every time because we got a 2. GG. Man. Makes it look a little bit more realistic then. So I'm pretty happy about that. Honestly, I mean, I can't, it's probably going to be the one time I say I'm actually happy to get hit, but I'm kind of happy about that. And I did pick a very careless spot on purpose because I didn't give a shit. It's okay. I mean, after the unknown memes, it feels kind of nice to still be able to beat the PB by a little bit, potentially. I wouldn't call it sabotage, but I did pick a careless spot on purpose, knowing that it could easily fail. I actually imagined it failing too. Alright, that's cool. We got 2. GG. So we saved 9 hits. Not bad. Not bad. So we're probably going to go for... we're going to do reset before any %. Unless it's the last run and I just want to get some no reset practice. We might still do some no resets just for extra practice, but that was very good. Better than I could have expected for the 3rd run of an attempt on this. And we're going to still practice the DLC at least twice every day. So, very, very good. Very, very good. And everyone that enjoyed the runs and stuff like that, I really appreciate it. We're going to end a little bit earlier today because I don't think I'm going to beat that back-to-back. But thank you for all the hype. And wait a second. Lemonheads, thank you for the 8 months in a row. Continue to enjoy your emotes and your Hood of Edge. You got to give a name for that lemon baby. That lemon subchild, man. What we're going to do right now, we're going to go on a raid, find someone that we can surprise, and give them a little bit of some hype. So come with me for a raid. I'll let you know who we're raiding in a second. If you did enjoy the stream and you want to make it back, want to know when we're going live and all that stuff, the Twitter is right here. If you have one, I highly recommend you check it out because it'll keep you up to date with that. We'll be back doing more runs tomorrow. We'll definitely stream for longer. And